When Vanessa Torres opened her mailbox on that rainy Tuesday morning, she had no idea her life was about to change forever. Inside was a cream-colored envelope with no return address. Her hands shook as she read the note. "It's time the world knew the truth. Meet me at Grant Park Tuesday at 2 p.m. Come alone. MJ." For 23 years, Vanessa had been searching for the person who saved her daughter's life. Her 7-year-old daughter Lily was dying. She needed a heart transplant that cost nearly $500,000. Vanessa sold everything she owned, her car, her mother's wedding ring, every single thing of value, but it wasn't enough. She still needed $444,000 more. Then one morning, the hospital called with impossible news. Someone had paid the entire bill. Every single penny, $487,000. The donor wanted to stay completely anonymous. Vanessa spent over 2 decades trying to find out who saved her daughter. She wrote letters. She hired investigators. She searched everywhere, but she found nothing. Until that mysterious envelope arrived. Who was MJ? Could it really be who she thought? And why did they finally decide to reveal themselves after all these years? But here's what Vanessa didn't know. This wasn't just about her daughter. There were 26 other children, 26 other families, all saved by the same secret angel. And the reason this person helped them would break your heart and put it back together again. Watch this whole video to find out the truth behind one of the most beautiful secrets in history. Because what happened when Vanessa showed up at that park will change how you see kindness forever. The rain hit Vanessa Torres' kitchen window like tiny pebbles. It was Tuesday morning and the sky was dark gray. She stood at the counter making coffee. The smell filled the small apartment. Vanessa was 42 years old. Her dark hair had a few gray streaks now. Laugh lines creased the corners of her brown eyes. She wore blue scrubs because she worked as a nurse at the hospital. Her shift started at 3 o'clock. The mailman's truck rumbled outside. Vanessa heard it stop. She heard the squeak of the mailbox lid. She didn't think much about it. Mail was usually just bills and advertisements. "Mom, I can't find my math book," Lily's voice called from down the hall. Lily was 17 now. She had her mother's dark eyes and her father's smile. Well, the father she'd never really known. He left when she was a baby. "Did you check under your bed?" Vanessa called back. She took a sip of coffee. It was too hot. She burned her tongue a little. "Already looked there." "Check your backpack again." Vanessa walked to the front door. She needed to grab the mail before work. She opened the door. Cold, wet air rushed in. She shivered. The mailbox was stuffed full. She pulled out the stack. Electric bill, credit card offer, grocery store coupons, then something different, a cream-colored envelope. It was thick and expensive looking, the kind of paper that felt important between your fingers. Her name and address were written in beautiful handwriting, black ink, strong letters. But there was no return address. Vanessa's heart beat a little faster. She didn't know why. She closed the door and walked back to the kitchen. She set the other mail on the counter. She held the cream envelope carefully. Her hands shook as she opened it. Inside was a single piece of matching cream paper, the same handwriting, just a few lines. "It's time the world knew the truth. Meet me at Grant Park Tuesday at 2 p.m. Come alone. MJ." The coffee cup slipped from Vanessa's other hand. It hit the floor. Brown liquid splashed everywhere. The cup didn't break, but coffee spread across the white tiles. "Mom, you okay?" Lily appeared in the doorway. She wore jeans and a purple sweater. Her backpack hung from one shoulder. She'd found it. Vanessa quickly folded the note. She pressed it against her chest. Her face had gone pale. All the color drained away. "I'm fine, honey, just clumsy." Her voice sounded strange. Too high, too tight. Lily walked closer. She was tall now, almost as tall as her mother. "You don't look fine. You look like you saw a ghost." "It's nothing, really." Vanessa bent down. She grabbed paper towels. She started wiping up the coffee. Her hands still shook. Lily knelt down to help. She looked at her mother's face. What was in that envelope? Just an old letter from an old friend. An old friend who makes you drop coffee and turn white. Vanessa forced a smile. It didn't reach her eyes. "I'm okay, baby, I promise. You're going to be late for school." Lily stood up slowly. She threw the wet paper towels in the trash. She didn't believe her mother. She could tell, but she also knew when to not push. "Okay, but we're talking about this later." "Maybe," Vanessa said. Lily grabbed an apple from the bowl on the counter. She kissed her mother's cheek. "Love you, Mom." "Love you too, sweetheart. Have a good day." The apartment door closed. Vanessa heard Lily's footsteps going down the stairs, then silence, just the rain against the window. Vanessa sat down at the kitchen table. She unfolded the note again. She read it 3 more times, her eyes filled with tears. They spilled down her cheeks. MJ, those 2 letters, she knew what they meant, who they meant, but it couldn't be, could it? After 23 years, Vanessa closed her eyes. Memories crashed over her like ocean waves. She saw a hospital room, white walls, beeping machines. A little girl with tubes in her arms, just 7 years old, so small in that big bed. She remembered the fear. The crushing, terrible fear that squeezed her chest every second. The kind of fear that made it hard to breathe, hard to think, hard to hope. She remembered the bills, stacks and stacks of papers with numbers that made no sense. Numbers so big they didn't feel real. $487,000 for a surgery, for medicine, for a chance. She remembered crying in the hospital chapel at midnight, alone, broken, writing a goodbye letter she never wanted to write. And she remembered the miracle, the impossible, beautiful miracle, the phone call that changed everything. The words she'd never forget: "Your daughter's bill has been paid, all of it." Someone had saved Lily's life, someone anonymous, someone who gave them everything and asked for nothing. For 23 years, Vanessa had tried to find out who. She'd written letters, she'd hired investigators, she'd searched and searched and searched. Nothing, just silence. Until today, Vanessa looked at the note again. Grant Park, today, 2 o'clock, she had 4 hours. Her phone buzzed on the table, a text from the hospital. "Can you come in early? We're short-staffed." Vanessa stared at the message, then at the note, then back at her phone. She typed, "Sorry, can't today, family emergency." It wasn't a lie, not really. This was about family, about the stranger who became family the moment they chose to save her daughter. Vanessa stood up. She walked to her bedroom. She opened her closet. What do you wear to meet someone who gave you everything? Someone who might be. Could it really be him, Michael Jordan? The name felt too big to say out loud, too impossible, but those initials, MJ and Chicago. He loved Chicago. He lived here. He helped people here. Quietly. Secretly. Could it really be? Vanessa's hands touched a simple blue dress. Nice but not fancy, respectful but not trying too hard. She pulled it out. She laid it on the bed. Then she walked to the back of her closet. She reached up to the top shelf. Her fingers found the photo album. The one she'd made years ago, just in case. Just if she ever found them. She pulled it down. Dust covered the top. She wiped it off. The cover said "Thank you" in gold letters. Inside were pictures. Lily at age 7 after the surgery. Lily at age 10 playing soccer. Lily at age 13 at her middle school graduation. Lily at age 16 volunteering at the Children's Hospital. Lily last month holding her college acceptance letter. 23 years of life, 23 years of moments, all because someone cared, someone helped, someone saved her. Vanessa sat on her bed. She held the album close. Rain kept falling outside. The clock on her nightstand said 10:47 a.m. 3 hours and 13 minutes until she knew the truth. She whispered to the empty room, to the rain, to whatever force brought that envelope to her mailbox. He remembered. After all these years, he actually remembered. Her phone buzzed again. Another text, this time from Lily. "Seriously, Mom, what's going on?" Vanessa typed back, "I'll explain everything tonight, I promise. I love you, baby girl." "Love you too. You're being weird." Vanessa smiled through her tears. Lily had no idea that today might be the day. The day they finally learned who gave them their life together, who made all these 17 years possible. She stood up. She needed to shower, to get ready, to prepare herself for whatever happened at 2 o'clock in Grant Park. But first she did something she hadn't done in years. She walked to the small shelf by her bed. She picked up the candle there, the white one, the one she lit every year on Lily's birthday. The anniversary of her transplant. Vanessa lit it now. In the middle of a Tuesday morning, in the middle of a rainstorm. "Thank you," she whispered to the flame. "Whoever you are, whatever happens today, thank you for my daughter, thank you for everything." The flame danced, the rain fell. The clock ticked toward 2 o'clock, and somewhere in Chicago a man who wore number 23 prepared to step out of the shadows. The year was 2001. September had just ended. The whole country felt different, scared, sad, uncertain. In a small apartment on the south side of Chicago, 7-year-old Lily Torres sat on the couch. She wore her favorite pajamas. They had purple butterflies on them. She was drawing a picture with crayons. "Mommy, look." She held up her drawing. It showed a big red heart with wings. "When I get my new heart, it's going to have wings, so I can fly." Vanessa Torres smiled, but her smile hurt. It felt like her face might crack. She sat down next to Lily. She pulled her daughter close. "That's beautiful, baby." Lily was so small, so thin. Her skin looked pale, almost gray. Dark circles ringed her eyes. She got tired so easily now. Sometimes she couldn't even walk to the bathroom without getting out of breath. 3 months ago, Lily had been a normal kid. She played, she ran, she laughed loud and long. Then one day at school, she collapsed on the playground. Her heart just stopped working right. The doctors said big words: dilated cardiomyopathy, heart failure, transplant needed, soon. Vanessa worked 2 jobs. She cleaned offices at night. She worked at a diner during the day. She had no husband to help. Lily's father left when Lily was just 6 months old. He said he couldn't handle being a dad. He just disappeared. There was no health insurance. Vanessa couldn't afford it. She barely afforded rent and food. She thought they'd be okay. Young people don't get sick, right? Kids are healthy until they're not. The hospital bills started coming, at first just for tests, blood work, X-rays, heart monitors. Those bills were bad. $1,500, $3,000, numbers that made Vanessa's stomach hurt. Then came the big diagnosis, the big plan, the big number: $487,000 for the transplant surgery, for the anti-rejection medications, for the hospital stay, for the recovery, for everything Lily needed to live. Vanessa remembered sitting in the doctor's office. Dr. Patricia Kim sat across from her. She had kind eyes but a serious face. "Without the transplant, Lily has maybe 6 months," Dr. Kim said quietly. "With it, she could live a normal, full life." "How do I pay for it?" Vanessa's voice was barely a whisper. Dr. Kim looked down at her papers. "There are some charity programs. We can apply, but they take time. And Lily doesn't have much time. We need to get her on the transplant list now. That requires payment arrangements." "I'll sell everything," Vanessa said. "I'll work more. I'll figure it out." "Ms. Torres," Dr. Kim's voice was gentle, too gentle. "Even if you worked every hour of every day this amount, it's nearly impossible without insurance or significant savings." Vanessa started selling things the next day. Her car went first, a 1995 Honda Civic that barely ran anyway. She got $2,000 for it. She took 3 buses to get to work now. Her mother's wedding ring, the only thing she had from her mama who died when Vanessa was 19, a small diamond, nothing fancy. The pawn shop gave her $800. It felt like selling a piece of her heart. Her small TV, her laptop, her grandmother's quilt, her father's watch. Every single thing that had any value went away, piece by piece, memory by memory. She borrowed money from friends. They gave what they could, $50 here, $100 there. Everyone was struggling. Everyone was just getting by. Her boss at the diner, Mr. Frank Chen, handed her an envelope one day. Inside was $3,000 in cash. "Frank, I can't," Vanessa started crying. "Yes, you can. My daughter is healthy. Yours needs help. That's what neighbors do." Mr. Chen's eyes were wet too. Vanessa found a second cleaning job, then a third. She worked from 6 in the morning until midnight. She slept 3 hours a night. She ate 1 meal a day. She stopped buying anything that wasn't absolutely necessary. She moved out of their apartment. She found a cheaper place, just 1 room, barely big enough for a bed and a tiny kitchen. The bathroom was down the hall, shared with 3 other families. Lily never complained, not once. She drew her pictures. She smiled at her mama. She said things like, "It's okay, Mommy, we'll be okay." But they weren't okay. After 3 months of selling and working and borrowing, Vanessa had $43,000. It sat in a bank account. It felt like a fortune and nothing at the same time. She still needed $444,000 more. The hospital kept calling, patient billing. "Ms. Torres, we need to discuss payment arrangements." "Ms. Torres, we need a deposit to keep Lily on the transplant list." "Ms. Torres, time is running out." Vanessa stopped answering the phone. One Tuesday in late November, she got a letter. Official hospital letterhead. Her hand shook as she opened it. "Dear Ms. Torres, without confirmed payment arrangements, we will be unable to proceed with transplant surgery for Lily Torres. We must remove her from the active transplant list by December 1st. We understand this is difficult. Please contact our office immediately." December 1st was 9 days away. Vanessa read the letter 5 times. Then she threw up in the tiny bathroom down the hall. That night, Lily had a bad episode. She couldn't breathe right. Her lips turned blue. Vanessa called 911. The ambulance took them to Chicago Memorial Hospital. Lily stayed in the children's ward. Room 304. The walls were painted yellow. Someone had put up stickers of clouds and rainbows, like that would make sick kids feel better. Machines beeped next to Lily's bed. Tubes went into her arms. An oxygen mask covered her small face. She looked even tinier in the big hospital bed. Dr. Kim came to check on her. Her heart is getting weaker. We're keeping her stable, but Vanessa, she needs that transplant soon. Very soon. I know, Vanessa whispered. She sat in the hard plastic chair next to Lily's bed. She hadn't left the room in 2 days. She slept there, ate there, cried there. A woman from the hospital billing department came. Her name was Mrs. Sandra Lewis. She wore a gray suit and carried a clipboard. Ms. Torres, we need to talk about Lily's account. I'm trying, Vanessa said. I'm doing everything I can. I understand, but the hospital has policies. Without payment guarantees, we can't perform elective surgeries. Elective? Vanessa's voice got loud. My daughter is dying, that's not elective. I'm sorry, poor word choice, but the financial reality remains. Do you have family who could help? A loan you could take? I've asked everyone. I've borrowed from everyone. There's nothing left. Mrs. Lewis looked uncomfortable. There are county facilities that might. No, Vanessa stood up. She stays here, she gets the best care, I'll figure it out. But she had no idea how. That night after Mrs. Lewis left, after the nurses checked Lily's vitals, after the lights dimmed in the hallway, Vanessa sat alone. Lily was sleeping. Her small chest moved up and down. The oxygen mask fogged with each breath. Vanessa took out a notebook. She did math again. She added up every dollar she could possibly get. She thought about selling her blood, her plasma, anything. The numbers didn't work. They never worked. She thought about things she didn't want to think about. Illegal things, desperate things. Could she steal? Could she rob? What wouldn't a mother do to save her child? But even robbery wouldn't get her nearly $500,000. Around midnight, Vanessa walked down to the hospital chapel. It was small, just 6 rows of chairs and a simple altar. No one else was there. She sat in the front row. She hadn't prayed in years, not since her mother died, not since Lily's father left. God hadn't listened then. Why would he listen now? But she prayed anyway, because what else could she do? Please, she whispered to the empty room. Please, I'm begging you, save my daughter. I'll do anything, anything, just don't take her from me. The chapel stayed silent. No answers came. No miracles appeared. Vanessa pulled out a piece of paper. She started writing. A letter to Lily, for when Lily got older. If Lily got older. My dearest Lily, if you're reading this, it means I had to make an impossible choice. It means I loved you enough to let you go rather than trap you in a life crushed by debt. She couldn't finish. The tears came too hard. She folded the paper. She put it in her pocket. Back in room 304, Lily was still sleeping. Vanessa climbed onto the narrow hospital bed. She curled around her daughter, careful not to disturb the tubes and wires. I'm so sorry, baby, she whispered. I'm so sorry. Across the city, in a large house in Highland Park, Michael Jordan couldn't sleep either. He'd been to a dinner party. His friend Dr. James Mitchell had been there. James was a surgeon at Chicago Memorial. They'd been friends since Michael's early days with the Bulls. Over drinks, James mentioned a case. Heartbreaking situation. 7-year-old girl. Needs a transplant. Single mother working herself to death trying to pay for it. She sold everything. It's still not enough. Michael had listened. He'd heard sad stories before, lots of them. You couldn't be famous without people asking for help. Most requests went to his foundation. They helped when they could, but something about this one stuck. Maybe it was the detail about the mother choosing between saving her daughter and drowning in debt. Maybe it was thinking about his own kids sleeping safely upstairs. Maybe it was remembering Jasmine. Michael got up. It was 3 in the morning. He walked to his home office. He looked at the photo on his desk. A little girl in a Bulls jersey. Bright smile, excited eyes, Jasmine Mitchell, James's daughter. She died 2 years ago, different heart condition. They'd had money for treatment, the best doctors, but they couldn't find a donor in time. Michael had watched James bury his child, watched his friend break apart, watched him somehow put himself back together and keep going, keep being a doctor, keep saving other people's children. Michael picked up his phone. He scrolled to his lawyer's number, personal cell. Robert Carson had been his attorney for 15 years. He'd trust Robert with anything. The phone rang 4 times. Robert's sleepy voice answered. Michael, it's 3 a.m. What's wrong? I need you to do something for me, quietly, very quietly. Okay, Robert sounded more awake now. Find out about a patient at Chicago Memorial. 7-year-old girl, needs a heart transplant, mother can't pay. I want to know the exact amount, and I want to pay it, all of it, anonymously. Silence on the line. Then, Michael, that's incredibly generous, but... No names, no publicity. No one can know it was me, especially not the family. Can you make that happen? Yes, I can make it happen. Are you sure? Michael looked at Jasmine's photo. I'm sure. Do it first thing in the morning. That little girl doesn't have time to wait. Consider it done. Michael hung up. He sat in the dark office. He thought about the mother he'd never meet, the daughter he'd never know, the life he could save because he'd been lucky enough to chase a basketball for a living. He didn't feel like a hero. He felt like someone trying to make up for the one he couldn't save. This is for you, Jasmine, he whispered to the photo. Your life mattered. I'm going to make sure hers does too. Outside, the November wind blew cold. In a hospital across the city, a mother held her dying daughter, and the wheels of a miracle began to turn. Neither of them knew it yet. Neither of them knew that tomorrow everything would change. Morning came too bright. Vanessa woke up in the hospital chair. Her neck hurt, her back ached. She'd only slept for 2 hours. Lily was awake. She sat up in bed, coloring, always coloring. The oxygen mask was off now. That was good. Her color looked a little better. Morning, Mommy. Lily's voice was soft but happy. Morning, baby girl. What are you drawing? Lily held up her paper. Another heart. This one had stars around it. It's a wishing heart. If you wish hard enough, good things happen. Vanessa's throat got tight. That's beautiful, sweetheart. A nurse came in. Her name was Rebecca. She was young, maybe 25. She always smiled at Lily. Good morning, sunshine. Let's check your vitals. Rebecca wrapped the blood pressure cuff around Lily's thin arm. She checked the monitors. She wrote numbers on a chart. Looking stable today, Rebecca said. She smiled at Vanessa. That's good news. Stable, the word doctors used when things weren't getting worse, but they weren't getting better either. After Rebecca left, Vanessa's phone buzzed. A text from Mr. Chen at the diner. Take all the time you need. Your job is waiting, praying for Lily. Vanessa typed back, thank you. She had 48 hours. That's what Mrs. Lewis had said yesterday. 48 hours to arrange payment or Lily would be transferred to county care. A different hospital, less equipment, longer wait lists. Vanessa looked at her daughter. Lily was humming now, drawing more stars around her wishing heart. Lily, baby, I need to go make some phone calls. Will you be okay for a little bit? I'm okay, Mommy. Rebecca is here if I need anything. Vanessa kissed Lily's forehead. It felt too warm, always too warm now. She walked out into the hallway. The hospital was busy, doctors rushed past. Nurses pushed carts of medicine. Families sat in waiting rooms with worried faces. Everyone had their own emergency, their own crisis. Vanessa found a quiet corner near the elevator. She pulled out her phone. She scrolled through her contacts. Who else could she call? Who else could she ask? Her sister in California. She'd already borrowed $2,000 from her. Maria had 3 kids of her own. She was struggling too. Her old friend from high school, she'd called her last week. Got voicemail, no callback. The church she used to attend, she'd called them too. They'd sent $100 in prayers. The prayers were nice. The $100 was gone in a day. Vanessa's thumb hovered over a number, her father. They hadn't spoken in 3 years. Not since the fight about Lily's father leaving. Not since he said, you made your bed, now lie in it. Could she call him now? Could she beg? She pressed the number before she could change her mind. It rang and rang, then voicemail, his gruff voice, leave a message. Dad, it's Vanessa, it's about Lily. She's sick, really sick. She needs help. Please call me back. She hung up. She didn't expect him to call. He hadn't called in 3 years. Why would he start now? Vanessa slid down the wall. She sat on the floor in the hallway. She put her head in her hands. She was so tired, tired of fighting, tired of failing, tired of watching her daughter fade away while she couldn't do anything to stop it. Ms. Torres. Vanessa looked up. Mrs. Lewis stood there, the billing woman. She held her clipboard like a shield. I'm sorry to bother you, but I need to know if you've made any progress on the payment arrangements. Vanessa stood up slowly. I'm working on it. I understand, but we need something concrete, a loan approval, a payment plan, something we can document. I said I'm working on it. Vanessa's voice came out harsh. Angry, she didn't mean it to, but she was so tired of this woman and her clipboard and her policies. Mrs. Lewis's face softened a little. Ms. Torres, I have children too. I know this is impossible, but I don't make the rules. The hospital board does, and they're very strict about. My daughter is dying. Do they understand that? Do they care? They care, but they also have to keep the hospital running. Other patients need care too. The money has to come from somewhere. Vanessa laughed. It sounded bitter, mean. Right, of course, business is business, even when it's a 7-year-old's life. Mrs. Lewis looked uncomfortable. I'll give you until tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. That's the best I can do. She walked away, her heels clicked on the hospital floor. Click, click, click like a countdown. Vanessa went back to Lily's room. She needed to see her daughter to remember why she was fighting. But when she got to room 304, it was empty. The bed was made. Lily's drawings were gone. The machines were quiet. Panic hit Vanessa like a punch to the stomach. She couldn't breathe. She ran to the nurse's station. Where's my daughter? Where's Lily Torres? Rebecca looked up from her computer. Oh, Ms. Torres, it's okay. Dr. Kim took her down for some tests, just routine monitoring. They'll be back in 20 minutes. Vanessa's legs felt weak. You should have told me. You should have. I'm sorry. Dr. Kim said you stepped out. She didn't want to worry you. Vanessa sat down hard in one of the waiting room chairs. Her heart pounded. For just a second, she'd thought. She couldn't even finish the thought. 20 minutes felt like 20 hours. Vanessa stared at the clock, watched the second hand move. Tick, tick, tick. Finally, she heard wheels in the hallway. A nurse pushed Lily in a wheelchair. Dr. Kim walked beside them. Mommy, Lily waved. She looked tired but okay. How did it go? Vanessa asked. Dr. Kim pulled Vanessa aside. Her voice was low. Her heart function is declining, not dramatically but steadily. She needs that transplant very soon. Weeks, not months. I know I'm trying. I'm doing everything. I know you are. Dr. Kim touched Vanessa's arm. I wish I could help more. I really do. They got Lily back into bed. She fell asleep almost immediately. The tests had tired her out. Vanessa sat in her chair, the hard, plastic, uncomfortable chair that had become her home. She watched Lily sleep. Her daughter's chest rose and fell. The monitors beeped their steady rhythm. The afternoon passed slowly. Nurses came and went. Dinner arrived on a tray, some kind of chicken, some vegetables, jello. Vanessa tried to eat. She managed 3 bites. By 8 o'clock, Lily was awake again. They watched a movie on the small TV mounted on the wall, some cartoon about a fish. Lily laughed at the funny parts. The sound was like music. Mommy, when I get my new heart, can we go to the beach? Of course, baby, anywhere you want. I want to see the ocean. I want to put my feet in the water. We'll do that, I promise. But Vanessa didn't know how she could keep that promise. She didn't even know if Lily would get a new heart. At 10 o'clock, Lily fell asleep again. The hospital got quieter. Night shift nurses walked softly. Lights dimmed in the hallways. Vanessa couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about tomorrow. 9 a.m. Mrs. Lewis and her clipboard, the impossible choice. At midnight, Vanessa made a decision. She stood up. She kissed Lily's sleeping forehead. I'll be right back, baby. She walked down to the chapel again. Her feet knew the way now. Second floor, left at the elevators, end of the hall. The chapel was empty again. It usually was this late, just 6 rows of chairs and that simple altar, a small cross on the wall. Vanessa sat in the same seat as last night. Front row, she stared at the cross. She didn't know what to say anymore. She'd prayed all the prayers. She'd begged all the begs. I don't know if you're listening, she said to the empty room. I don't know if you care. But I'm out of options. I'm out of money. I'm out of time. I'm out of everything. She pulled out the letter she'd started writing to Lily. She unfolded it. Read what she'd written last night. My dearest Lily, if you're reading this, it means I had to make an impossible choice. Vanessa started writing again. Her hand shook. Tears fell on the paper, smudging the ink. I want you to know that every single second with you has been the greatest gift of my life. You are smart and kind and brave. You are everything good in this world. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'm sorry I failed you. Please forgive me. Please know that I loved you more than anything, more than life itself. You are my heart, always. Mama. She folded the letter. She put it in her pocket. She sat in that quiet chapel and cried, deep, horrible sobs that came from somewhere dark inside her. This was it. This was giving up. This was accepting that she couldn't win, that love wasn't enough, that trying wasn't enough. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. she would tell Mrs. Lewis the truth. She had no payment plan, no loan, no miracle. Lily would be transferred to county care. They'd do their best, but their best probably wouldn't be good enough. Vanessa cried until she had no tears left. Then she just sat there, numb, empty, broken. She didn't know how long she sat like that, maybe an hour, maybe two. Then her phone buzzed, a text message, unknown number. She almost didn't look. What did it matter now, but something made her check. The message said, "Ms. Torres, this is Bernard Hutchins, hospital administrator. I need to see you immediately. Please come to my office. 4th floor administrative wing. It's urgent." Vanessa's stomach dropped. This was it. They were kicking Lily out tonight, not even waiting until morning. She stood up on shaky legs. She walked to the elevator up to the 4th floor. The administrative wing was quiet. Most offices were dark, but one office had lights on. The door was open. A man sat at the desk. He was maybe 60 years old, gray hair, kind face. He wore a suit even this late at night. "Ms. Torres," he stood up. "Please come in, close the door." Vanessa's heart pounded. "If you're here to tell me you're moving Lily tonight, I need at least." "No," Mr. Hutchins shook his head. He looked confused, maybe even a little stunned. "That's not. Please sit down." Vanessa sat. Her hands gripped the armrests of the chair. Mr. Hutchins shuffled some papers on his desk. He looked at his computer screen, then back at Vanessa. "Ms. Torres, I don't quite know how to explain this. Just tell me, whatever it is, just say it. Your daughter's hospital bill, the entire amount, $487,000. He paused. "It's been paid, all of it, in full." Vanessa heard the words, but they didn't make sense. They were English words. She knew what they meant separately, but together they were impossible. What? Someone paid Lily's entire bill. The surgery, the medications, the hospital stay, everything. The money was wired to our account this afternoon. That's not possible. Who would? I don't know. Mr. Hutchins looked at his computer again. The payment came through a law firm. They were very clear, complete anonymity. The benefactor wants no contact, no acknowledgement, no publicity. Vanessa couldn't breathe. The room spun. This is a mistake. It has to be a mistake. It's not a mistake. I verified it 3 times. The money is here. It's real. Lily is fully covered. But who? I can't tell you. They made that a condition of the donation. Complete anonymity. Vanessa stood up, then sat down, then stood up again. I don't understand. Why would someone do this? I don't know, Ms. Torres, but they did. Your daughter is going to get her transplant. The words hit Vanessa like a wave. Her daughter, transplant, saved. She started crying again. But different tears this time, not grief, not desperation, something else. Something that felt like hope. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? I'm sure. We can schedule the surgery as soon as we find a donor match. Money is no longer an obstacle. Vanessa covered her face with her hands. Her whole body shook. Mr. Hutchins came around the desk. He put a box of tissues next to her. Take your time, he said gently. Vanessa cried for 10 minutes. Mr. Hutchins just waited, patient, understanding. Finally, she looked up. Can you at least tell me? Is it someone I know, family, a friend? Mr. Hutchins hesitated. I honestly don't know who they are. The law firm handled everything. But he glanced at a post-it note on his desk. 2 letters written in his handwriting. I can tell you this wasn't random charity. This was personal. This was someone who heard about your situation and chose to help. Vanessa saw those 2 letters on the post-it note. MJ, what does that mean, MJ? Mr. Hutchins quickly covered the note with his hand. Nothing, just my notes. I'm sorry I can't share more. But Vanessa had seen it. MJ. Those letters burned in her brain. She stood up. Thank you for telling me. Of course, and Ms. Torres. Whoever this person is, they must think very highly of you and your daughter. This kind of generosity, it's rare, very rare. Vanessa walked out of the office. She felt like she was floating, like her feet didn't touch the ground. She walked to the elevator, back down to the 2nd floor, back to room 304. Lily was still sleeping, still peaceful. The monitors still beeped their rhythm. Vanessa sat in her chair. She looked at her daughter, her beautiful, brave, impossible daughter who was going to live, who was going to get her new heart, who was going to see the ocean. She pulled out her phone. She wanted to call someone. Tell someone, but it was after midnight. And besides, what would she even say? An angel saved my daughter. I don't know who, I don't know why, but they did. Vanessa reached over and held Lily's hand. It was small and warm. We're going to be okay, baby, she whispered. Someone out there, someone made sure we're going to be okay. Across the city in his home office, Michael Jordan hung up the phone with his lawyer. It's done, Robert had said. The money's been transferred. The hospital confirmed receipt. The girl is covered, and your name is completely protected. Good, thank you, Robert. Michael, this is incredibly generous. Are you sure you don't want any? I'm sure this isn't about me. It never was. Michael hung up. He looked at Jasmine's photo again. One down, Jazz. One little girl saved. One family that doesn't have to say goodbye. He didn't feel like a hero. He felt like someone who'd been lucky enough to help, who'd been in the right place with the right resources at the right time. He would never meet Vanessa Torres. He would never meet Lily. That was the deal. That was the only way this worked. But somewhere in his heart, he would carry them. The mother and daughter he saved from the shadows, the family that would never know his name. Michael turned off his office light. He went upstairs. His own children were sleeping, safe, healthy, blessed. He lay in bed. Sleep didn't come easy. He kept thinking about a little girl in a hospital bed, about a mother who'd sold everything, about the miracle that money could buy. Tomorrow, their lives would be different. Tomorrow, hope would replace despair. And neither of them would ever know who made it happen. Vanessa didn't sleep at all that night. She sat in her chair watching Lily breathe. Every few minutes, she looked at her phone. She read Mr. Hutchins's text message again and again. It was real. It had to be real. When morning light came through the window, Lily woke up. She yawned and stretched her thin arms. Morning, Mommy. You look happy today. Vanessa smiled, a real smile this time. I am happy, baby. Something wonderful happened. What? How could she explain? How could she tell a 7-year-old that a stranger gave them $500,000? Someone very kind helped us. You're going to get your new heart. Lily's eyes went wide. Really, really, truly. Really, truly. Lily started crying, happy tears. She reached for her mother. Vanessa climbed onto the bed. She held her daughter tight. They both cried and laughed at the same time. I told you my wishing heart would work, Lily said through her tears. Maybe it did, Vanessa thought. Maybe it really did. Dr. Kim came in an hour later. She already knew. Mr. Hutchins must have called her. I heard the good news, Dr. Kim said. Her smile was huge. We can put Lily back on the active transplant list immediately. When a donor match comes through, we'll be ready. How long will that take? Vanessa asked. It's hard to say, could be weeks, could be months, but now we have time, that's the important thing. Weeks, months, time. The words sounded beautiful, like music. Rebecca came in to check Lily's vitals. She was smiling too. I heard, she whispered to Vanessa. This is amazing, it's like a miracle. It is a miracle, Vanessa said, but she needed to know more. She needed to understand who did this, why they did it. After Dr. Kim left, Vanessa went back to Mr. Hutchins's office. She knocked on his door. Ms. Torres, come in. He was drinking coffee from a white mug. I'm sorry to bother you, but I need to know more about the person who helped us. Mr. Hutchins set down his mug. I told you everything I can. They want to remain anonymous. But there must be something, a name, an address, something. The payment came through Carson and Associates. It's a law firm here in Chicago. They handle private charitable matters for several clients. That's all I know. Carson and Associates. Vanessa wrote it down in her phone. And those letters on your note yesterday. MJ, what did that mean? Mr. Hutchins looked uncomfortable. That was my own speculation. Nothing confirmed. I really shouldn't have. Please, I need to know who saved my daughter. Mr. Hutchins was quiet for a long moment. He looked at Vanessa, really looked at her, like he was deciding something important. Off the record, he finally said. Off the record. The lawyer who called me is Robert Carson. He's been practicing in Chicago for 20 years. Very high-profile clients, very discreet. One of his biggest clients is, well, he's someone famous. Someone who loves Chicago, someone known for helping people quietly. Vanessa's heart beat faster. Who? I can't say for certain, but the initials MJ, in Chicago, there's really only one person that could be. Michael Jordan. Mr. Hutchins didn't confirm it, but he didn't deny it either. He just looked at her with kind eyes. "If I were you," he said carefully, "I would respect this person's wish for privacy. They gave you an incredible gift. Maybe the best way to thank them is to honor their request." Vanessa nodded slowly, but inside her mind was racing. Michael Jordan, could it really be? The Michael Jordan she left Mr. Hutchins's office. She went back to Lily's room. Her daughter was drawing again, always drawing. Vanessa pulled out her phone. She searched Carson and Associates Chicago. The law firm's website came up. Professional, elegant, serving high-net-worth individuals and families since 1981. There was a contact form. Vanessa started typing. "Dear Mr. Carson, my name is Vanessa Torres. My daughter Lily's hospital bill was recently paid by one of your clients. I don't want money. I don't want publicity. I just want to say thank you. Please, if you could pass along my gratitude." She hit send before she could change her mind. Days passed. No response. Vanessa tried calling the law firm. A receptionist answered. "Carson and Associates." "Hello, I'm trying to reach Robert Carson. My name is Vanessa Torres. I'm sorry, Mr. Carson doesn't take unsolicited calls. If you'd like to leave a message." "It's about a charitable matter. He helped my family. I just want to thank him." "I'll pass along your message, ma'am." Click, the line went dead. Vanessa didn't give up. She wrote letters, real letters on paper. She mailed them to the law firm, to Michael Jordan's foundation, to his business office, to every address she could find. Every letter said the same thing: "You saved my daughter's life. I need you to know what that means. Please let me say thank you." No one ever wrote back. 2 weeks passed, then 3. Lily was getting stronger. The medications were helping. She was eating better. Her color improved. She even walked around the hospital floor without getting too tired. "We're waiting for the perfect match," Dr. Kim explained. "Lily has a rare blood type. It might take longer, but we'll find one." Vanessa went back to work, part-time at first. Mr. Chen was patient with her schedule. "Take care of your girl. The diner will still be here." She kept one cleaning job. She needed the money for rent and food. The hospital bill was paid, but life still cost money. Every spare moment, Vanessa searched for information. She went to the library. She used the computer there. She learned everything she could about Michael Jordan. He'd played for the Chicago Bulls, 6 championships, the greatest basketball player ever. Everyone knew that. But there was more. He'd started a foundation, the James R. Jordan Foundation, named after his father. They helped children, built playgrounds, funded programs, but most of his giving was private. Articles mentioned it. Jordan is known for his quiet generosity. Sources say Jordan has helped numerous families privately over the years. It had to be him. It made sense. The Chicago connection, the private giving, the initials MJ. Vanessa found a video online, an old interview from 1998. Michael Jordan talking about his father's death. "My dad taught me to help people when you can," Jordan said. "But you don't do it for credit. You do it because it's right." Vanessa watched that video 5 times. She looked at his face. The man who might have saved her daughter. The man she could never thank. She made a photo album. It was a crazy idea, but she did it anyway, just in case. Just if she ever found him. The album had a blue cover. Gold letters on the front said, "Thank you." Inside, she put pictures of Lily before the transplant, after, growing, healing, living. Page 1, Lily in the hospital bed, age 7, drawing her wishing heart. Page 2, Lily after the transplant surgery, tired but smiling. Page 3, Lily's 8th birthday, eating chocolate cake. Page 4, Lily starting 3rd grade. Page 5, Lily at her first soccer game. Every page showed a moment, a memory, a piece of the life someone had given them. On the last page, Vanessa wrote a letter in her best handwriting. "Dear guardian angel, this is what you gave us. Not just a surgery, not just medicine. You gave us time, you gave us moments, you gave us everything. Every smile in these pictures exists because of you. Every laugh, every tear, every hug, every goodnight kiss. Every morning, every tomorrow, you gave us a future we will never forget. We will never stop being grateful. Thank you doesn't feel like enough. But it's all we have, thank you. With all our hearts, Vanessa and Lily Torres." She kept the album on a shelf just in case. Months passed, then years. Lily got her transplant. A donor match came through when she was 8 years old. The surgery took 14 hours. It was successful. Her new heart worked perfectly. Recovery took months, but Lily was strong. She fought hard. She healed. By age 9, she was playing soccer again, running, laughing, being a normal kid. Vanessa kept searching, not obsessively, but she never stopped hoping. She wrote to Michael Jordan's foundation every year on Lily's rebirthday, the anniversary of her transplant, March 15th. Dear Mr. Jordan, if you're the one who helped us, please know that Lily is thriving. She just made the honor roll. She volunteers at the Children's Hospital. She wants to be a doctor. You made all of this possible. Thank you. She never got a response. Not once, but she never stopped trying. When Lily turned 13, Vanessa tried something different. She posted on social media, nothing specific, just, "To the anonymous person who saved my daughter's life in 2001. She's 13 now. She's beautiful and brilliant and kind. You gave her this life. I wish you could see what your gift became." The post got 43 likes, mostly from friends and family. No mysterious comments, no secret messages. Vanessa went to Bulls games sometimes. She couldn't afford good seats, but she went to the cheap ones, upper deck. She'd look around, hoping maybe somehow she'd see him. Once she saw someone who looked like Michael Jordan in the VIP section. Her heart jumped, but it wasn't him, just someone tall. She felt foolish, desperate, but she couldn't help it. How do you live with a debt you can never repay? How do you carry that much gratitude with nowhere to put it? "Mom, you need to let it go," Lily said one night. She was 14 now, wise beyond her years. They were having dinner, spaghetti, Lily's favorite. "I can't let it go, baby. Someone gave you life. I need them to know." "They know, Mom. If they're out there, they know. They can see I'm okay. Isn't that enough?" "Is it enough for you?" Lily thought about it. "I used to wonder all the time, who saved me, why, but now I think, maybe they wanted to stay hidden for a reason. Maybe the gift was supposed to be just the gift. No strings, no thank yous required." Vanessa's eyes filled with tears. When had her daughter become so wise? "I just want them to see you, to know you, to understand what they created." "Then live it, Mom. Show them through how we live. That's the real thank you." Lily was right. Vanessa knew she was right, but still. Every year on Lily's rebirthday, Vanessa lit a candle. She said a prayer to the anonymous angel. She sent another letter to the foundation. And every year, silence. By the time Lily was 17, Vanessa had almost accepted it, almost made peace with never knowing, almost stopped looking. Then that cream-colored envelope arrived. Vanessa stood in her kitchen holding the note. 23 years of searching, 23 years of hoping, 23 years of carrying this enormous gratitude with nowhere to put it. "It's time the world knew the truth. Meet me at Grant Park Tuesday at 2 p.m. Come alone. MJ." He was ready. After all these years, he was finally ready. Vanessa looked at the clock. 11:30 a.m., 2.5 hours. She went to her closet. She pulled down the photo album. The blue cover was dusty now. She wiped it clean. She opened it. All those pictures of Lily, all those moments. This is what she'd show him. This is what his gift became. Vanessa got dressed carefully. The blue dress, simple jewelry, light makeup. She wanted to look nice but not trying too hard. She picked up the photo album. She held it close to her chest. At 1:15 p.m. her phone rang. "Lily, Mom, are you okay? You never answered my text." "I'm fine, honey. I have something I need to do this afternoon." "What kind of something?" Vanessa almost told her, but what if it wasn't him? What if this was someone else? What if it was a mistake? "I'll tell you tonight, I promise. After school, okay?" "You're being weird again." "I know, I love you, baby." "Love you too, Mom." Vanessa grabbed her purse, the photo album, her keys. She walked to the door, then she stopped. She went to the shelf where she kept the candle, the one she lit every year. She lit it now, in the middle of the day, in the middle of a Tuesday. "Thank you," she whispered to the flame. "Thank you for remembering. Thank you for everything." The candle flickered. Vanessa walked out the door. Grant Park was 20 minutes away by bus. She got there at 1:50 p.m., 10 minutes early. The park was beautiful, trees everywhere, paths winding through green grass. Lake Michigan sparkled in the distance. Vanessa found a bench near the fountain. The meeting spot wasn't specific, just Grant Park. So she sat and waited. Her hands shook. She gripped the photo album tighter. At exactly 2:00 p.m., a black SUV pulled up. Tinted windows, expensive. The kind of car important people drove. The back door opened. A tall man stepped out. He wore jeans, a simple black jacket, a baseball cap pulled low, sunglasses even though it wasn't that bright, but Vanessa knew even with the disguise, even from far away. Michael Jordan walked toward her. Vanessa stood up. Her legs felt weak. Her heart pounded so hard she could hear it in her ears. He stopped a few feet away. For a moment they just looked at each other. Then he spoke. His voice was exactly like it sounded on TV. Deep, warm, real. "Ms. Torres, I'm sorry it took me so long." Vanessa couldn't speak. She opened her mouth but no words came out. 23 years of words, 23 years of thank yous, and suddenly she couldn't remember any of them. "Can we sit?" Michael asked gently. Vanessa nodded. They sat on the bench, side by side, the man who saved her daughter and the mother who never stopped looking for him. "Why?" Vanessa finally managed. It was the only word she could get out. Michael looked out at the park, at the trees, at the people walking by who had no idea who he was. "I heard about a mother who loved her daughter enough to let her go rather than trap her in impossible debt. That kind of love, it deserved a different ending." Tears ran down Vanessa's face. "But why stay hidden? Why never let us thank you?" "Because the moment it becomes about me, it stops being about her. About Lily. I didn't want gratitude. I didn't want publicity. I just wanted her to live." Vanessa held out the photo album with shaking hands. "Then you need to see this. You need to see what you gave us." Michael took the album. He opened it slowly, page by page, picture by picture. He saw 7-year-old Lily in her hospital bed, 8-year-old Lily after her transplant, 9-year-old Lily playing soccer, 10, 11, 12, 13. He saw her grow up. All the years, all the moments, all the life. When he got to the last page, he read Vanessa's letter, his jaw tight. His hands gripped the album. "She's beautiful," he said quietly. This is everything I hoped. She wants to be a doctor, a pediatric surgeon. She volunteers at children's hospitals. She wants to save kids like she was saved." Michael closed his eyes. That's perfect." "She doesn't know it's you," Vanessa said. "I never told her my suspicions. I didn't want to say until I knew for sure. But she knows someone saved her, and she's lived her whole life trying to deserve it." "She doesn't have to deserve it. She never did. It was a gift, no strings." They sat quietly for a moment. The fountain splashed behind them. Birds sang in the trees. "Why now?" Vanessa asked. "Why reveal yourself after all these years?" Michael's face changed. Something sad crossed it, something heavy. "Because I need you to know the whole truth about why I really did this." Michael Jordan took off his sunglasses. His eyes looked tired, sad in a way that made Vanessa's heart hurt. "There was a little girl," he began. His voice was quiet. "Her name was Jasmine Mitchell. She was my friend's daughter, James Mitchell. He's a surgeon. He was there the night I heard about Lily." Vanessa listened. She didn't move, didn't breathe. "Jasmine died in 1999, 2 years before Lily got sick. She had a heart condition too, different kind, but the same result. She needed a transplant. We had money, the best doctors, everything." Michael's hands gripped the photo album tighter. "But we couldn't find a donor in time. She was 8 years old. She loved basketball. She wanted to play in the WNBA someday. She wore my jersey to every game." A tear rolled down his cheek. Michael Jordan, crying on a park bench. "I watched James bury his daughter. I watched my friend break into pieces. I had all the money in the world, all the connections, and I couldn't save her." Vanessa understood now. This wasn't just charity, this was grief. This was loss looking for redemption. "When James mentioned your case at dinner that night, he didn't know I was really listening. He just mentioned it as another sad story, another family struggling. But all I could hear was Jasmine's name. All I could see was her face." Michael looked at Vanessa directly now. "I couldn't save her, but I could save Lily. I could make sure another father, another mother didn't have to say goodbye. Does that make sense?" "Yes," Vanessa whispered. "It makes perfect sense. I've followed her life. Through the hospital, they gave me updates. Nothing identifying, just, she's doing well, she's healthy, she's thriving. I needed to know the gift mattered, that it became something beautiful." "It became everything," Vanessa said. She touched Michael's hand. "Look at me, really look at me." Michael met her eyes. Without you, I would have buried my daughter 23 years ago. Instead, she's 17. She's applying to Northwestern. She volunteers with sick children. She wants to save lives because someone saved hers. You didn't just give her life, you gave her purpose." Michael wiped his eyes. "Can I meet her? I know it's a lot to ask, but I'd like to see her, talk to her, know her as a person, not just a name in hospital reports." "Yes," Vanessa said immediately. "Yes, she's wanted to meet you her whole life. She just didn't know it was you." Michael smiled, a real smile, small but genuine. "When?" "Now, today. She gets out of school at 3:30. We could pick her up together." Michael hesitated. "Are you sure? This is going to change things for her, for both of you, once people know I was involved." "I don't care about that. Neither will Lily. All she's ever wanted was to say thank you." Michael nodded slowly. "Okay, let's go meet her." They stood up. Michael's SUV was still parked nearby. His driver waited inside. "We'll take my car," Michael said. "It's more private." Vanessa climbed into the back seat. The leather was soft, expensive. She'd never been in a car this nice. Michael sat beside her. "What school does she go to?" "Lincoln Park High School. It's about 15 minutes from here." The driver pulled away from the curb. Vanessa pulled out her phone. She wanted to text Lily, warn her, but what would she even say? "Don't tell her yet," Michael said, reading her mind. "Let's surprise her. She might faint. Then we'll catch her." They drove through Chicago streets, past buildings and shops and people going about their normal Tuesday. None of them knew what was happening in this car. None of them knew this moment was 23 years in the making. "Tell me about her," Michael said. "Really tell me. What's she like?" Vanessa smiled. "Where to start? She's stubborn like me. Once she decides something, that's it. No changing her mind. When she was 10, she decided she wanted to run a marathon. I said she was too young. She trained anyway, ran a half marathon when she was 12. Michael laughed. "Sounds familiar." "She's kind, almost too kind sometimes. She brings home stray cats. She tutors kids who are struggling in math. Last winter, she gave her coat to a homeless woman and walked home in the cold." "You raised her well." "I tried. It wasn't always easy. Single mom, not much money, but we had each other. That was enough." "She knows about her father." "She knows he left. She's never asked to find him. She says we're a complete family, just the two of us." The car pulled up outside Lincoln Park High School. Students were already coming out. The final bell must have just rung. Vanessa scanned the crowd, looking for Lily's purple backpack, her dark hair. "There," she pointed. "That's her, in the purple sweater." Michael looked. His face changed, softened. He was seeing her for the first time, not a hospital patient, not a file, a real person, a living, breathing miracle. Lily was laughing with two friends, tall now, almost as tall as Vanessa. Her dark hair was pulled back in a ponytail. She wore jeans and that purple sweater. Her purple backpack hung from one shoulder. She looked healthy, strong, alive. "She's perfect," Michael whispered. Vanessa opened the car door. "Lily, over here." Lily turned. She saw her mother. Confusion crossed her face. Why was Mom picking her up? She usually took the bus home. Lily walked toward the car. Her friends waved goodbye. "Mom, what are you doing here? Is everything okay?" "Everything's fine, baby. Get in. There's someone I want you to meet." Lily climbed into the back seat. She stopped when she saw the tall man sitting there. She recognized him immediately. Everyone would. "Oh my God," Lily breathed. "You're Michael Jordan." "Hi, Lily. It's nice to finally meet you." Lily looked at her mother, then at Michael, then back at her mother. "I don't understand. Why is Michael Jordan in our car?" Vanessa took Lily's hand. "Baby, remember how I've always told you that someone saved your life? Someone paid your hospital bills when you were 7. Yeah. It was him. It was Mr. Jordan." Lily's face went completely white. She stared at Michael. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. "Are you okay?" Michael asked gently. "Do you need some water?" You're the one. You saved me." "I did a long time ago, when you were very sick." Lily started crying. Big tears rolled down her cheeks. Why would you do that? You didn't even know me." Michael's eyes got wet too. "I knew a little girl once. Her name was Jasmine. She had a heart condition like yours. She didn't make it. When I heard about you, about your mother selling everything to try to save you, I saw a chance to give someone else what Jasmine never got, a future. Lily covered her face with her hands. Her whole body shook with sobs. Vanessa pulled her close. "It's okay, baby, it's okay." "I don't know what to say," Lily cried. "How do you thank someone for your entire life?" "You don't have to thank me," Michael said. "Seeing you here healthy and happy, that's all the thanks I need." Lily wiped her eyes. She looked at Michael with such intensity, such gratitude. "Can I hug you?" Michael smiled. "Of course." Lily leaned over and hugged him, hard, like she was hugging the angel who'd watched over her all these years. Michael hugged her back, his eyes closed. This moment, this was why he'd done it, this was everything. When they pulled apart, Lily laughed through her tears. "I can't believe this is real. I thought I'd never know who you were." "Your mom is very persistent. She's been trying to find me for 23 years. "I know, she never gave up." Lily looked at Vanessa. "You never gave up, Mom." "How could I? Someone gave us everything. I needed them to know what it meant." The driver had been sitting quietly. Now he spoke. "Where to, Mr. Jordan?" Michael looked at Vanessa and Lily. "Are you too hungry? Want to get some food? Talk more?" "Yes," Lily said immediately. "I have about 1,000,000 questions." "Then let's find somewhere quiet." They drove to a small restaurant Michael knew. Private, away from crowds. The owner was a friend. He led them to a back room, just one table, windows overlooking the city. They ordered food, burgers and fries for Lily, a salad for Vanessa, a steak for Michael. For the next 2 hours they talked, really talked. Lily told Michael about her life, about school, about soccer, about wanting to be a doctor. "Why a doctor?" Michael asked. "Because someone saved me. I want to save other people. Especially kids like I was." Michael smiled. "That's a beautiful reason." "Tell me about Jasmine," Lily said softly. "If that's okay, I want to know about her." Michael pulled out his phone. He scrolled through old photos. He found one. A little girl in a Bulls jersey, number 23, bright smile, happy eyes. "This is Jasmine. She was 8 when she died. She loved basketball more than anything. She used to practice her free throws for hours." Lily looked at the photo for a long time. She was beautiful. She was, and she was brave. Even when she was sick, even when she was scared, she stayed brave. "Like you were brave," Vanessa said to Lily. "I didn't feel brave, I felt scared all the time." "Being brave doesn't mean not being scared," Michael said. "It means being scared and doing it anyway. You were 7 years old and facing impossible odds. That's brave." They talked about the transplant, about the surgery, about recovery. Lily showed Michael her scar, a long line down her chest. "This is what you gave me," she said. "But it's so much more than a scar. It's proof that good people exist, that miracles happen, that strangers can love each other without ever meeting." Michael's voice was thick. "You have no idea what it means to hear you say that." "I volunteer at Children's Memorial now," Lily said. "The same hospital where I had my surgery. I read to the kids. I play games with them. I try to give them hope." "That's perfect. That's exactly what Jasmine would have wanted." The sun started to set outside, the room filled with orange light. "I have something I want to show you," Lily said. She pulled out her phone, she opened her photos. "These are some of the kids I've worked with. This is Marcus, he's 6. He has leukemia. This is Sophia, she's 9, car accident, broken spine. This is David, he's 4, heart condition like I had." She showed photo after photo, sick kids, brave kids, kids fighting for their lives. "I tell them all the same thing," Lily said. "I tell them that someone saved me, someone who didn't have to, someone who just decided to help, and that kindness exists, that miracles happen, that they should never give up hope." Michael had to look away. He was crying again, not trying to hide it anymore. "You've taken what I gave you and multiplied it," he said. "You've turned one life saved into dozens of lives touched. That's more than I ever imagined." "That's what you do with a gift this big," Lily said simply. "You share it." Vanessa watched her daughter and the man who saved her, 2 strangers connected by one moment of impossible kindness. "Can I ask you something?" Lily said to Michael. "And please be honest." "Anything." "Do you regret staying anonymous for so long? Do you wish you'd met us sooner? Michael thought about it, really thought. No, he finally said. The anonymity was important. It kept this pure. It wasn't about me being a hero. It wasn't about publicity or credit. It was just about one person helping another. That's how it should be. But now you're here. Why? Because 23 years is long enough to carry a secret. Because your mother deserved to know. Because I wanted to see what my gift became. And because, he paused, because I needed closure too. I needed to know that some good came from Jasmine's loss. So much good came from it, Lily said. She reached across the table and took Michael's hand. Your friend's daughter, she lives on in me. In every kid I help. In every life I touch. She didn't die for nothing. Michael squeezed her hand. Thank you for that. You have no idea how much I needed to hear it. They finished eating. The conversation flowed easy now, like old friends, like family. Around 7 o'clock, Michael's phone buzzed, his assistant, reminding him of an evening commitment. I have to go soon, he said reluctantly. But before I do, I want to ask you both something. What? Vanessa asked. Can we do this again? Not once in 23 years, but regularly. Dinners, coffee. I'd like to know you, really know you, not as my charity case, but as friends, as family. Lily's face lit up. Really? You'd want that? I'd love that. Yes, Vanessa said. Absolutely yes. They exchanged phone numbers, real numbers, not through lawyers or foundations, direct contact. Michael's driver pulled the car around. He dropped Vanessa and Lily back at their apartment building. Before they got out, Michael stopped them. Wait, there's one more thing. He reached into his jacket pocket. He pulled out a small box. He handed it to Lily. What is this? Open it. Lily opened the box. Inside was a necklace, a simple gold chain. On it hung a pendant, a heart with wings. Your mother told me about your drawings when you were 7, hearts with wings. I had this made. I've been carrying it for years, waiting for the right time to give it to you. Lily's hand shook. You've had this for years. Since you were 10, I saw one of your drawings in a hospital update. I knew I wanted you to have something to remember, something to remind you that your wish came true. Lily put on the necklace. The heart pendant rested right over her scar. It's perfect, she whispered. You're perfect, Michael said. Both of you. Thank you for letting me back into your lives. Thank you for giving us lives to live, Vanessa said. They hugged goodbye, all three of them, standing on a Chicago street as evening fell. Vanessa and Lily watched the black SUV drive away. Did that really just happen? Lily asked. It really just happened. They walked up to their apartment. Inside, Lily touched her necklace. She couldn't stop smiling. Mom, can I tell my friends? That's up to Mr. Jordan. We should ask him first. Right, yeah, we don't want to mess this up. That night, Lily couldn't sleep. She kept touching her necklace. She kept thinking about Jasmine, about Michael, about the impossible chain of events that led to her being alive. Around midnight, she knocked on her mother's door. Mom, you awake? Come in, baby. Lily climbed into bed with her mother, like she used to when she was little. I keep thinking, Lily said, about how different everything could have been. If Jasmine had lived, maybe Mr. Jordan never would have helped me. But if he hadn't helped me, I'd be dead. It's like her death gave me life. How do I live with that? Vanessa pulled her daughter close. You live by honoring both of you. You live by making your life count, by helping others like you've been doing. That's how you carry a gift this big. I'm going to save lives, Mom, I promise. I'm going to be the best doctor I can be. For Jasmine, for Mr. Jordan, for all the kids who don't make it. I know you will, baby. I've always known. They fell asleep like that. Mother and daughter, grateful, blessed, aware of how precious every moment was because someone chose to help, someone chose to care, someone turned their grief into grace, and 2 lives were forever changed. 3 months passed, fall turned to winter, Chicago got cold and snowy. Vanessa and Lily's lives changed in ways they never expected. Michael called every week, sometimes just to check in, sometimes to make plans. They had dinner together twice a month. Always somewhere private, always just the 3 of them. Lily learned that Michael was funny. He told stories about his basketball days, about pranks his teammates played, about the pressure of being famous. People think they know me, he said once, But they only know the player, the guy on TV. You two know me as just Michael. I like that better. Vanessa learned that Michael carried guilt, deep guilt about Jasmine, about not saving her. I had everything, he said quietly one night. Money, connections, power, and I couldn't save one little girl. That haunts me. You can't save everyone, Vanessa told him. But you saved Lily. That matters. It does matter, being with you too. It helps. It really helps. They became a strange little family. The basketball legend, the single mother nurse, the teenage girl who survived, but Vanessa noticed something, a sadness in Michael that wouldn't go away, a weight he carried that even their friendship couldn't lift. One December evening, Vanessa was working the night shift at the hospital. It was slow. Most patients were sleeping. She sat at the nurse's station doing paperwork. Another nurse, Carmen, sat beside her. Did you see the news today? Carmen asked. No, why? Michael Jordan donated $5 million to Children's Memorial. Anonymous donation, but someone leaked it. It's all over social media. Vanessa's heart jumped. She pulled out her phone. She searched Michael's name. There it was, news articles, social media posts. Michael Jordan's secret generosity revealed. Basketball legend donates millions to Children's Hospital. But that wasn't the story that caught Vanessa's attention. One article went deeper. It was from a reporter named Marcus Chen, not related to Mr. Chen from the diner. Different person. The headline read, "The Children Michael Jordan Saved, an Investigation." Vanessa clicked on it. She started reading. For years, rumors have circulated about Michael Jordan's private charitable work. Sources close to the basketball legend suggest he has personally paid medical bills for dozens of families. But Jordan has never confirmed these stories. He refuses interviews about his giving. His foundation declines to comment. So I decided to investigate. The article went on. Marcus Chen had talked to hospital administrators, lawyers, people who worked with Jordan's foundation. He'd found patterns. Large anonymous donations to children's hospitals, always through the same law firm, Carson and Associates, always with strict privacy requirements. One hospital administrator, speaking on condition of anonymity, told me, "We've received several significant donations over the years, all from the same source, all for pediatric cases. Heart conditions, cancer, accidents. The donor pays everything. Surgery, medication, recovery, everything. And the only requirement is that the family never knows who helped them." Vanessa kept reading. Her hands started shaking. I was able to confirm at least 12 cases where Jordan likely paid medical bills. The amounts range from $200,000 to over $800,000 total giving, approximately $62 million. And these are just the cases I could verify. There are likely many more. The article listed details. Not names, but situations. A 7-year-old girl in Chicago, 2001, heart transplant. That was Lily. A 5-year-old boy in North Carolina, 2004, cancer treatment. A 10-year-old girl in Illinois, 2008, car accident injuries. So many children, so many families, all saved by the same anonymous angel. The article ended with a quote from Marcus Chen. Michael Jordan could easily publicize this giving. It would enhance his already legendary status, but he chooses silence. That tells you everything you need to know about his character. This isn't about credit, it's about helping, pure and simple. Vanessa sat back in her chair. She felt dizzy. Lily wasn't the only one, she was one of many. Michael had been doing this for years, decades, saving children, saving families, all in secret. She texted Michael immediately, saw the article, "Are you okay?" He responded 10 minutes later, "Can we talk tomorrow?" Of course, anytime. They met the next day at a quiet coffee shop. Michael looked tired, stressed. "I'm sorry you had to find out like that," he said. "I wanted to tell you myself." "It's okay, but Michael, 12 families at least." More than that, the article only found some of them. There have been others, many others. Vanessa's eyes filled with tears. Why do this? Michael stirred his coffee slowly. "After Jasmine died, I felt helpless, useless. I had all this money and it meant nothing. It couldn't save the one person I wanted to save." He looked up at Vanessa. "So I started listening when doctors mentioned cases, when I heard about families struggling. I'd make calls, arrange payments, always anonymous, always quiet. How many children, Michael? Total. He was quiet for a long moment. 27, over 23 years, 27 children who would have died or suffered without help. Vanessa couldn't breathe. 27 lives, 27 families, 27 futures. Does it help? She asked quietly. Does it ease the pain of losing Jasmine? A little sometimes. When I hear that a kid is doing well, when I see pictures like the ones you showed me of Lily, those moments help. But not enough. Not enough. They sat in silence. The coffee shop buzzed around them, people ordering drinks, talking, laughing, normal life. I want to find them, Vanessa said suddenly. Find who? The other families, the other children you saved. I want to find them, talk to them, maybe bring some of them together. Michael looked alarmed. Why? Because you need to see what you've done. Not just Lily, all of them. You need to understand the magnitude of your gift. Vanessa, I don't need recognition. This isn't about recognition. This is about healing. You're carrying guilt that's crushing you. You saved 27 children, but you can only think about the one you couldn't save. That's not right. That's not fair to you or to Jasmine's memory. Michael rubbed his face with his hands. I don't know if I can handle meeting all of them. Then let me do the work. Let me find them, talk to them, see if any of them want to meet you. No pressure, no publicity, just connection, community, a chance for all of us to say thank you. The article didn't include names. How would you even find them? Vanessa smiled. I'm very persistent. Remember, I found you, didn't I? Michael laughed despite himself. You did, you really did. So let me try, please, for you, for Jasmine, for all of us. Michael thought about it. Vanessa could see the internal struggle on his face, the desire for privacy versus the need for connection. Okay, he finally said, but only if they want to be found, and only if they want to meet me. No forcing anything. Deal. Vanessa went home that night with a mission. She pulled out her laptop. She read Marcus Chen's article 3 more times. She took notes, 12 cases mentioned, some details given, dates, locations, types of medical conditions. She started with the reporter, Marcus Chen. She found his email on the newspaper website. She wrote to him. Dear Mr. Chen, my name is Vanessa Torres. My daughter was one of the children Michael Jordan helped. I'm trying to locate the other families mentioned in your article. I'm not a reporter. I just want to connect with others who experienced the same miracle we did. Can you help? She hit send before she could second-guess herself. Next, she called Carson and Associates. She asked for Robert Carson. The receptionist recognized her name this time. Ms. Torres, Mr. Carson has been expecting your call. That surprised Vanessa. He has. One moment, please. Robert Carson's voice came on the line, professional but warm. Ms. Torres, Michael told me you might reach out. He said I should help you however I can. Really? Really? What do you need? Information about the other families, the other children Mr. Jordan helped. I want to find them. Robert was quiet for a moment. That's complicated. Privacy laws, confidentiality agreements. I can't just give you names and addresses. I understand, but is there a way to reach out to them? Ask if they'd be willing to connect. You could contact them, tell them about me and Lily, see if anyone is interested. I could do that. Let me think about the best approach. Thank you, really. This means everything. Over the next 2 weeks, Vanessa became an investigator. She searched hospital records where she could. She read old newspaper articles about large anonymous donations. She joined online support groups for families dealing with medical crises. Lily helped too. She searched social media. She looked for stories about medical miracles, about unexpected help, about anonymous donations. This is like detective work, Lily said one night. They sat at the kitchen table, both on laptops. It is. But we're looking for angels instead of criminals. Lily found something. Mom, look at this. A Facebook post from 2015. A mother in North Carolina. She posted about how someone anonymously paid for her son's cancer treatment. She calls them her guardian angel. The timing matches the article. Vanessa looked. The post was public. The mother's name was Jennifer Walsh. Vanessa sent her a private message. "Hi Jennifer, I know this is strange, but I think we might have the same guardian angel. My daughter's medical bills were paid anonymously in 2001. I'm trying to connect with others who experienced similar miracles. Would you be willing to talk?" She sent similar messages to other people she found. Most didn't respond. Some said they didn't know what she was talking about, but a few wrote back. One woman in Ohio, "Yes, someone paid for my daughter's surgery in 2007. We never knew who. Do you know?" A man in Texas, "Our son's transplant was covered by an anonymous donor in 2012. Are you saying there are others?" Slowly, piece by piece, Vanessa started building a list. Names, stories, families who'd been saved by the same silent hero. After 3 weeks, Marcus Chen, the reporter, emailed her back. "Ms. Torres, I can't give you the family's information directly, but I can reach out to them on your behalf. If they're interested in connecting, I'll pass along your contact information." Fair. Very fair, thank you. A week later, Vanessa's phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello. Is this Vanessa Torres?" A woman's voice, nervous, hopeful. "Yes. My name is Patricia Owens. Marcus Chen gave me your number, he said. He said you know who saved my daughter." Vanessa's heart raced. "I think I do. Your daughter had a heart condition, around 2006. Yes, Sophia. She was 9, someone paid for everything. We never knew who. It's been 17 years and I still wonder every single day." It was Michael Jordan. Silence on the line, then crying deep, grateful sobs. "Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?" "I'm sure. He told me himself. He's been helping families for decades, quietly. Your daughter is one of many." Oh my God, how did you find out?" "Long story, but Patricia, I'm trying to bring some of us together, the families he helped. Would you want to meet him, thank him in person?" Yes, absolutely yes. When?" "I don't know yet. I'm still finding everyone, but I'll call you when I know more." Thank you for finding me. Thank you for giving me this answer." The calls kept coming. One by one, families reached out, some through Marcus Chen, some through Robert Carson, some through Vanessa's own detective work. By January, Vanessa had found 18 families, 18 children saved. Some were adults now, like Lily. Some were still teenagers. One was only 12. All of them wanted to meet Michael. All of them wanted to say thank you. Vanessa called Michael in late January. "I found 18 of them, 18 families. They all want to meet you." Michael's voice was shaky. 18. "Vanessa, I don't know if I can." "You can, we'll do it together, all of us. One gathering, private, just the families and you. No media, no publicity, just gratitude." When? March 15th. Lily's rebirthday, the anniversary of her transplant. It feels right. Michael was quiet for a long time. Vanessa could hear him breathing on the line. "Okay," he finally said. "Let's do it." Vanessa started planning. She found a private event space. She contacted all 18 families. She made arrangements for travel for those who lived far away. Lily helped design invitations. Simple cards with a heart with wings on the front. Inside, "You are invited to a gathering of miracles. March 15th. Chicago." Everyone said yes. All 18 families, parents, children, siblings, 43 people total. The gathering was 6 weeks away. Vanessa could barely sleep. This was going to change everything for Michael, for all of them. 27 lives saved, 18 families found, one gathering, one chance to say thank you. But Vanessa had one more surprise planned. Something she hadn't told Michael yet. Something that would mean more than all the rest. She'd found James Mitchell, Jasmine's father, the surgeon. Michael's friend, and she'd invited him too. March 15th arrived cold and bright. Snow covered Chicago like a white blanket, but the sun was shining. Vanessa woke up early. She'd barely slept. Today was the day. The gathering, 18 families, Michael Jordan and James Mitchell. She still hadn't told Michael about James. That was her secret, her gift to him. Lily was already awake. She sat at the kitchen table, dressed and ready. She wore her best outfit, a blue dress. The necklace Michael gave her around her neck. "I'm so nervous, Mom." "Me too, baby." What if it's too much for him? What if seeing all of us overwhelms him? Then we'll be there to help him through it. That's what family does. They'd rented a small event hall on the north side. Private, beautiful. Large windows overlooking the snowy park, room for 50 people. Vanessa and Lily arrived at 11. The gathering started at 1 o'clock. They needed time to set up. Vanessa had made a display, 18 poster boards, one for each family. Each board had photos, the child before their crisis, during treatment, after recovery, growing up, living, 18 stories of survival, 18 miracles. Lily helped arrange them around the room. It's like a gallery of second chances. That's exactly what it is. At 12:30, people started arriving. The first family was the Owens from Ohio, Patricia and her daughter Sophia. Sophia was 26 now. She'd been 9 when Michael saved her. She was a teacher, married, pregnant with her first child. "I'm going to name the baby Michael if it's a boy," Sophia said, her hand on her belly, "after the man who gave me a future." Vanessa's eyes filled with tears. "That's beautiful." More families arrived. The Walshes from North Carolina, the Rodriguezes from Texas, the Chens from California, not related to the other Chens Vanessa knew. So many Chens in the world, each family brought their own story, their own gratitude, their own miracle. A 10-year-old boy named David bounded in with his parents. He'd had a heart transplant 4 years ago. He was energetic, loud, full of life. "Is Mr. Jordan really coming?" David asked. "The real Michael Jordan." "The real one," Vanessa promised. A teenage girl named Emma sat quietly in the corner. She was 15. Shy, she'd survived leukemia when she was 8. Her mother told Vanessa that Emma had been so excited she couldn't sleep for 3 days. By 12:45, everyone had arrived except 2 people, Michael and James. Vanessa was starting to worry. What if Michael got scared and didn't come? What if this was too much? Then her phone buzzed. A text from Michael. "Outside, is this really happening?" She texted back, "Yes, we're all here, waiting for you. I don't know if I can do this." Vanessa walked outside. Michael sat in his car. The engine was running. He looked terrified. She opened the passenger door. She climbed in. "Hey," she said softly, "there are so many people in there. 18 families, 43 people, all alive because of you. What if I can't handle it? What if I break down?" "Then you break down, and we'll be there with you. Michael, these people don't expect you to be strong. They just want to say thank you." Michael's hands gripped the steering wheel. "I keep thinking about Jasmine, about how she should be here too. She is here in spirit, in every life you saved in her honor." Michael took a deep breath. Okay, let's do this." They walked into the hall together. Everyone stopped talking. 43 people turned to look. For a moment, no one moved. No one spoke. The room was completely silent. Then little David ran forward. "Mr. Jordan, you're really here." That broke the spell. Everyone started moving, coming forward, not rushing, but approaching with reverence, with awe. Michael stood frozen. He didn't know what to do, where to look. Then Sophia Owens stepped forward. Her pregnant belly led the way. She held out her hand. "Mr. Jordan, I'm Sophia. You saved my life when I was 9. I'm 26 now. I'm a teacher. I'm married. I'm having a baby in June." Michael shook her hand. His eyes were wet. "Congratulations, that's wonderful. This baby exists because you helped me. My whole life exists because of you." More people came forward, one by one, each introducing themselves, each sharing their story briefly. Emma, the shy 15-year-old. "I had leukemia. I'm cancer-free now. I want to be a nurse." Marcus, a college student. "You paid for my surgery when I was 12. I'm studying engineering now." A young mother holding a toddler. "You saved me when I was 16. Car accident. This is my daughter, Grace. She wouldn't exist without you." On and on, story after story, life after life. Michael listened to each one. He shook every hand. He looked into every face. Tears ran down his cheeks, but he didn't wipe them away. After everyone had introduced themselves, Vanessa guided Michael to the front of the room. Lily stood beside him. She took his hand. "Mr. Jordan," Lily said, her voice loud enough for everyone to hear, "we made something for you. We wanted you to see what your gifts became." She gestured to the 18 poster boards around the room. "Each board represents one family, one child, one miracle. Please walk around, look at them, see what you created." Michael walked slowly around the room. At each board, he stopped. He read the stories. He looked at the pictures, baby photos, hospital photos, graduation photos, wedding photos, photos of children who were now parents themselves. At one board, he stopped for a long time. A girl named Rachel. She'd been 6 when he saved her. She was 29 now. The board showed her working as a pediatric nurse. In one photo, she held a sick child's hand. Rachel stood next to her board. I work at Children's Memorial now, the same hospital where I was saved. I help kids like I was helped because of you. Michael couldn't speak, he just nodded. He moved to another board, a boy named Christopher, saved at age 8, now 25. The photos showed him in a military uniform, Army medic. Christopher stepped forward. I save lives now too, sir, in combat zones, in field hospitals. I learned that life is precious, that it's worth fighting for. You taught me that. Michael had to sit down. A chair appeared behind him. He sat heavily. His whole body shook with emotion. All 18 families gathered around him, not crowding, just close, present, supporting. I don't deserve this, Michael whispered. I just wrote checks, that's all I did. No, Vanessa said firmly. You saw people who needed help and you helped them. You asked for nothing in return. You changed 27 lives, 27 families, and all the people those 27 people went on to touch. The ripple effect is infinite. Patricia Owens spoke up. Mr. Jordan, because of you, I didn't have to bury my daughter. Do you understand what that means? Every mother's worst nightmare. You saved me from that. Other parents nodded, murmured agreement. I got to watch my son grow up, one father said. I got to walk my daughter down the aisle, another added. I got to meet my grandchildren, a mother said, her voice breaking. The children who were now adults spoke too. I got to go to college. I got to fall in love. I got to find my purpose. I got to live. Michael covered his face with his hands. He sobbed, deep, painful sobs that came from 23 years of grief and guilt. Lily knelt beside him. She put her arms around him. It's okay. Let it out. We've got you. Other people moved closer. Sophia touched his shoulder. Emma held his hand. David, the energetic 10-year-old, leaned against his knee. They surrounded him. All these people he'd saved, all these lives he'd given futures to, and they held him while he cried. Vanessa watched through her own tears. This was healing. This was what Michael needed, to see the good, to understand the magnitude, to know that Jasmine's death hadn't been meaningless. After several minutes, Michael composed himself. He wiped his face. He looked around at all the faces watching him with such love. Thank you, he said hoarsely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me see this. We're not done yet, Vanessa said. There's one more person you need to see. She walked to the door. She opened it. James Mitchell stood in the hallway. He looked older than Michael remembered, grayer, but his eyes were the same, kind, sad, understanding. Michael stood up slowly. James. Hello, Michael. They stared at each other across the room, 23 years of unspoken pain between them. Vanessa found me, James said quietly. She told me what you've been doing, all these years, all these children. James, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't save Jasmine. James crossed the room. He stood in front of his old friend. You couldn't save her, but you saved them, all of them, in her name, in her memory. It doesn't bring her back. No, nothing brings her back. But Michael, look around you. Look at all these people, all these lives. This is Jasmine's legacy. This is what came from her loss. Michael's face crumpled again. James pulled him into a hug. Two men who'd both lost something precious. Two friends who drifted apart in grief, now reunited. I brought something, James said. He reached into his bag. He pulled out a photo, the same one Michael kept on his desk. Jasmine in her Bulls jersey, bright smile, happy eyes. I want you to have this, to keep with all these other faces, all these other children who lived because you remembered her, because you honored her. Michael took the photo with shaking hands. I think about her every day. So do I, but now when I think about her, I'll think about this too, about all the good that came from the pain, about how her death led to all these lives. James turned to face the room, to face the 18 families. My daughter died 25 years ago, and it destroyed me. I couldn't practice medicine for 2 years. I couldn't function. But eventually I went back to work. I went back to saving lives, because that's what she would have wanted. His voice got stronger. And my best friend, the man standing here, he honored her in his own way, by saving children like her, by making sure other parents didn't suffer like I did. That's the greatest tribute anyone could give. James looked at Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for remembering her. Thank you for making her matter." The two men hugged again. Everyone in the room was crying now. Happy tears, sad tears, healing tears. Vanessa stepped forward. "I think we should all share a meal together, break bread, tell more stories, get to know each other." Tables had been set up along one wall. Food had been delivered, nothing fancy, just sandwiches and salads and cookies, comfort food. Everyone gathered around the tables. They ate, they talked, they laughed. Michael sat in the middle of it all, children climbing on his lap, parents shaking his hand, stories flowing around him like water. He told them about Jasmine, about what she was like, about her love for basketball, about her bravery. "She would have loved this," James said, looking around the room. "She would have loved knowing she mattered this much." "She matters," little David said seriously. "She matters a whole lot." The gathering lasted for hours. People didn't want to leave. This moment was too special, too rare, too precious. Around 5 o'clock, families started saying goodbye. Long hugs, exchange of phone numbers, promises to stay in touch. "We should do this every year," Sophia suggested. "All of us together, a reunion." Everyone agreed. March 15th. Every year, the gathering of hearts. Finally, only a few people remained. Vanessa, Lily, Michael, James, and Patricia Owens with Sophia. They sat together in the quiet hall, exhausted, emotional, changed. "I don't know how to thank you," Michael said to Vanessa. I don't have words." "You don't need to thank me. You gave us everything. This was just giving a little back." "It was more than a little. This was everything I needed." James stood up. "I should go, but Michael, don't be a stranger. Let's have dinner soon, really talk, like we used to." "I'd like that." James left. Then Patricia and Sophia. More hugs, more tears, more gratitude. Finally, just Vanessa, Lily, and Michael remained. They sat on the floor, exhausted, surrounded by the 18 poster boards, 18 stories of hope. "Did you get what you needed?" Vanessa asked Michael. He looked around the room, at all the faces smiling from the photos, at Lily beside him, at the heart with wings necklace around her neck. "Yes," he said. "I finally understand. Jasmine's death wasn't meaningless. It led to all of this, all these lives, all this love." "She's proud of you," Lily said. "Wherever she is, she's proud." Michael smiled, a real smile, peaceful, healing. "I think she is." They sat together as the sun set outside. 3 people bound by grief, gratitude, and grace. And somewhere in whatever place souls go, a little girl in a basketball jersey smiled too. After the gathering, life changed for all of them. The 18 families stayed in touch. They created a group chat. They called it Jasmine's Legacy. Every day someone shared something. A photo, a milestone, a grateful thought. Emma got accepted to nursing school. She posted, "Because of Mr. Jordan, I get to help others now." Christopher got promoted in the military. He wrote, "Saving lives overseas today, all because someone saved mine first." Sophia had her baby in June, a boy. She named him Michael James for both men who made his existence possible. The group chat exploded with congratulations. Photos of the baby flooded in. Michael Jordan cried when he saw them. "A baby named after me and James," he said to Vanessa on the phone. "I never thought, I never imagined." "That's what you created," Vanessa told him. "New life, actual new life." But despite the joy, Vanessa noticed Michael still carried something heavy, a sadness that the gathering had eased but not erased. They had dinner one night in July, just the 3 of them as usual, a quiet Italian restaurant Michael liked. "I've been thinking," Michael said over pasta, "about going public, about telling the world what I've been doing." Vanessa set down her fork. "Really? You've always wanted privacy." "I know, but maybe there's power in the story. Maybe other people would be inspired to help, to give, to save lives like I've done." "Or maybe they judge you," Lily said quietly. "Say you're only doing it for publicity, that you should have given more. People can be cruel." Michael nodded slowly. "That's what I'm afraid of." "Then don't do it," Vanessa said firmly. "Keep this sacred, keep it pure. The families know, we know that's enough." "Is it?" "Yes." But Vanessa could see Michael wrestling with it. The desire to honor Jasmine publicly, to let the world know what her death had created, to maybe inspire others to help children in need. A month later, Marcus Chen, the reporter, called Vanessa. "Ms. Torres, I want to write a follow-up article about the gathering. about all the families coming together. It's an incredible story. No, Vanessa said immediately. Absolutely not, this is private. But think about the good it could do. Think about the awareness it could raise. Other wealthy people might be inspired to. I said no. These families trusted me, trusted Mr. Jordan. I won't betray that. She hung up, but the call bothered her. How did Marcus even know about the gathering? Someone must have talked. She called Michael. Did you tell Marcus Chen about March 15th? No, I haven't talked to him at all. Then someone else did. One of the families maybe, or someone at the venue. Michael was quiet. It's okay. If the story gets out, it gets out. I can't control everything. But you wanted privacy. I do. But Vanessa, maybe privacy isn't the most important thing anymore. Maybe the story matters more. 2 weeks later, the article published. Michael Jordan's secret meeting. Basketball legend gathers families he saved. The story went viral. Everyone was talking about it. Social media exploded. News shows picked it up. Late-night hosts mentioned it. The response was mostly positive. People called Michael a hero, a saint, the greatest man alive, but there were critics too. People who said he should have saved more children, that he was rich enough to help thousands, that this was just a publicity stunt. Michael stopped reading comments, stopped watching news. It was too much. Vanessa felt terrible. Like she'd caused this by organizing the gathering, by bringing everyone together. This is my fault, she told Michael. I should have been more careful. No, this is good. It's uncomfortable, but it's good. The world needed to know about Jasmine, about what love and loss can create. But Michael was hurting. Vanessa could see it. The public attention was crushing him. In September, things got worse. A family came forward, people Michael had never heard of. They claimed he'd refused to help their daughter in 2015, that he ignored their letters, that he let her die. It wasn't true. Michael had never received their letters, had never known about their case, but the damage was done. Headlines screamed, Michael Jordan refused to help dying girl. The family gave interviews, they cried on TV, they showed photos of their daughter, they blamed Michael for her death. Michael was devastated. He called Vanessa, his voice broken. They think I killed her. They think I could have saved her and chose not to. That's not true. You didn't know about her. But what if their letters got lost? What if they did reach out and my staff dismissed them? What if I could have saved her? Michael, you can't save everyone. You've saved 27 children. 27. That's 27 more than most people save in a lifetime. It's not enough. It will never be enough. Vanessa heard the despair in his voice. She got worried, really worried. She called James Mitchell. I think Michael is in trouble, real trouble. He's spiraling. James went to see Michael that night. They talked for hours. Vanessa didn't know what was said. But the next day, Michael called her. I'm going to take a break from everything, from public life, from the foundation, from all of it. I need to step back, clear my head. That's probably wise. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Vanessa, for everything, for finding me, for showing me what I created, for being my friend. Always. Michael disappeared from public view. No statements, no appearances, just silence. The families in Jasmine's legacy worried. They sent messages, called, but Michael didn't respond. October came, then November. Michael stayed hidden. Vanessa gave him space, but she missed him. Lily missed him. Their weekly dinners had stopped. Their phone calls had ended. Do you think he's okay? Lily asked one night. I don't know, baby. I hope so. Thanksgiving passed. Then Christmas. Still no word from Michael. In January, Vanessa got worried enough to call Robert Carson, Michael's lawyer. Is he all right? I'm concerned. Robert's voice was careful. He's physically fine, but emotionally, he's struggling. The accusations about that family really hurt him. He's questioning everything. Can I see him? He's not seeing anyone right now. Not even James. He needs time. How much time? I don't know. Vanessa felt helpless. After everything they'd been through together, Michael was suffering and she couldn't help him. February arrived. Lily's 18th birthday. She was officially an adult now, heading to Northwestern in the fall. Her whole future ahead of her. They had a small party. Just family and close friends. Vanessa made Lily's favorite cake, chocolate with raspberry filling. As Lily blew out her candles, Vanessa's phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. I'm ready to talk. Can we meet tomorrow, Grant Park, 2 p.m., just you. MJ. Vanessa's heart jumped. That was tomorrow, Tuesday, just like the first time. She texted back, I'll be there. The next day, Vanessa told Lily she had an errand to run. She didn't want to get Lily's hopes up in case this wasn't what she thought. She arrived at Grant Park at 1:45, 15 minutes early, just like before. The park was covered in snow, frozen, beautiful, peaceful. At exactly 2 o'clock, the same black SUV pulled up. Michael stepped out. He looked different, thinner, older somehow, but his eyes were clearer, calmer. Hi, he said simply. Hi. They sat on the same bench as before, almost a year ago now. So much had changed since then. I'm sorry I disappeared, Michael said. I needed time to process everything. I understand. Are you okay? I am now. I wasn't for a while. The accusations about that family, they broke something in me, made me question everything I'd done. But you didn't do anything wrong. I know that logically, but emotionally I felt guilty, like I should have saved her too, like I failed. Vanessa took his hand. You didn't fail. You saved 27 children. That's not failure. That's extraordinary. James said the same thing, over and over, until I finally started believing it. Smart man. Michael smiled slightly. He helped me understand something important. I was trying to save Jasmine through every child I helped, trying to undo her death, but that's impossible. She's gone, and saving other children doesn't bring her back. No, it doesn't. But it does honor her. It does make her life matter. It does create good from loss, and that has to be enough. Vanessa squeezed his hand. It is enough. It's more than enough. They sat quietly, watching people walk through the snowy park, watching life continue all around them. I want to tell you why I asked you here today, Michael said, why I needed to see you. Okay. I've decided to go fully public with everything, the whole story. Jasmine, the 27 children, the gathering, all of it. Vanessa's eyes widened. Are you sure? The media can be brutal. I know, but I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being ashamed of my grief, tired of keeping Jasmine's memory locked away. The world should know about her, should know what her death created. What changed your mind? James. He told me that Jasmine would want people to know she was proud, confident, loud. She wouldn't want to be a secret. She'd want her story told. Vanessa felt tears building. She sounds amazing. She was, and the children I saved in her name are amazing too. All 27 of them deserve to have their stories told, including Lily. Lily would be honored. I want to start a new foundation, the Jasmine Mitchell Foundation, specifically for children with medical emergencies. We'll cover bills for families who can't afford care. No more anonymous donations. We'll do it openly, proudly, in her name. That's beautiful, Michael. I want you to help me run it. You and Lily, you understand what families go through. You've lived it. You could help decide which cases to support, how to approach families, how to do this right. Vanessa's breath caught. You want us to work with you. I want you to be part of this, part of Jasmine's legacy. You found me. You brought all those families together. You showed me what I'd created. Now help me create more. Yes, absolutely yes. Michael pulled out his phone. He showed Vanessa a logo design, a heart with wings, just like Lily's childhood drawings, just like the necklace. This will be our symbol, Jasmine's heart, taking flight, carrying other children with it. Vanessa started crying, happy tears this time, healing tears. When do we start? Next month, March 15th, Lily's rebirthday, the second annual gathering. We'll announce it then to all the families. Let them be the first to know. They'll be so excited. I hope so. I hope they understand why I disappeared, why I needed time. They will. They love you, Michael. We all do. Michael's voice got thick with emotion. I love you all too. You've become my family, my chosen family, the one that grew from loss and grief and grace. They hugged on that park bench, two people who'd found each other through tragedy, who'd helped each other heal, who'd created something beautiful from pain. There's one more thing, Michael said. I want to find the other 9 families, the ones we haven't located yet, 27 children total. We've only found 18. I want to find all of them. Then we'll find them together. Together. They sat on the bench until the sun started to set, making plans, dreaming dreams, imagining the future. The Jasmine Mitchell Foundation would save hundreds of children, maybe thousands. No more secrets, no more hiding, just open, honest, loving help. Do you think she'd be proud? Michael asked quietly. Jasmine, do you think she'd approve? Vanessa looked at him seriously. I think she's been proud of you all along. I think she's been watching every child you saved, every family you helped, every moment of grace you created, and I think she's smiling. Michael smiled through his tears. I think so too. As they walked back to Michael's car, Vanessa's phone buzzed. A text from Lily. Mom, where are you? I'm worried. Vanessa texted back, coming home soon with a surprise, a really good surprise. What kind of surprise? The kind that changes everything, again. Vanessa climbed into Michael's car. Want to come see Lily? Tell her the news together. I'd love that. They drove through Chicago as evening fell. The city lights came on, the streets bustled with life, ordinary people living ordinary lives. But in that car, two extraordinary people carried an extraordinary plan. A plan to honor a little girl who died too young. A plan to save children who deserved a chance. A plan born from love. When they arrived at Vanessa's apartment, Lily opened the door. Her face lit up when she saw Michael. Mr. Jordan, you're back. I'm back, and I have something to tell you both. They sat in the small living room, the same room where Vanessa had opened that first cream envelope, the same room where this journey began. Michael told Lily everything, the foundation, the public announcement, the invitation to help. Lily cried. You want me to help save other kids? I do. You understand what it's like, what they're going through, what their families need. You'd be perfect. When I was 7, lying in that hospital bed, I used to imagine growing up and helping other sick kids. I thought it was just a dream, just something to hope for. Dreams come true sometimes, Vanessa said softly. Especially when people like Mr. Jordan make them possible, Lily added. Michael shook his head. No, we make them possible together, all of us. That's how miracles work. They talked late into the night, planning, laughing, crying, healing. And somewhere in whatever place souls go, a little girl in a basketball jersey watched and smiled. Her death had not been in vain, her life had mattered. Her memory had saved 27 children and would save countless more. Jasmine Mitchell's legacy was just beginning. March 15th arrived again, 1 year after the first gathering, the second annual meeting of Jasmine's legacy. This time, they rented a bigger space. A beautiful hall with high ceilings and crystal chandeliers, because this wasn't just a gathering anymore. This was an announcement, a celebration, a beginning. All 18 families came back. Some brought new members, babies born, partners married, lives expanded. Sophia arrived with baby Michael James. He was 9 months old now, chubby cheeks, big eyes. He wore a tiny Bulls jersey. He's perfect, Vanessa said, holding the baby. He wouldn't exist without you, Sophia said. You found Mr. Jordan. You brought us all together. You made this family possible. Emma came too. She just finished her first year of nursing school. She wore scrubs to the gathering. I wanted you all to see. I'm really doing it. I'm becoming a nurse. Christopher brought his fiancée. We're getting married in June. Mr. Jordan is invited, of course. More stories, more joy, more proof that life continued, that miracles multiplied. But there was something different about this gathering, an energy, an anticipation. Everyone knew something big was coming. Michael arrived at 1 o'clock. With him was James Mitchell and someone else, a camera crew. People murmured, cameras, why cameras? Michael stood at the front of the room. Vanessa and Lily stood beside him. James stood on his other side. Thank you all for coming back, Michael began. His voice was strong, clear. Last year, Vanessa brought us together. She wanted me to see what my gifts had become, and you changed my life. People smiled, some wiped their eyes. I've spent 25 years hiding, giving in secret, honoring Jasmine's memory privately, but I've realized something. Secrets keep us safe, but they also keep us small. And Jasmine was never small. She was loud, proud, fearless. James nodded, his eyes wet. So today I'm going public. I'm telling the world about Jasmine Mitchell, about what her death created, about the 27 children I've helped in her name, about all of you." Gasps around the room. Some people looked worried, some looked excited. "I know this changes things. I know some of you value your privacy, so I want to be clear. No one has to participate. No one has to share their story publicly. But for those who want to, for those who feel called to help others by sharing what happened to them, I'm offering that platform." Sophia raised her hand. "I want to share. I want other families to know that help exists, that angels are real." "Me too," Emma said quietly. "If my story helps even one family, it's worth it." Christopher stood. "I'm in. The world needs to know what one person's generosity can create." One by one, people stood, volunteering their stories, offering their privacy in service of hope. Only 2 families declined. Michael thanked them, respected their choice. "Your stories are yours, always." The camera crew began filming. Interviews, testimonials, real people sharing real miracles. Michael spoke on camera about Jasmine, about watching his friend bury his daughter, about the helplessness, the guilt, the desperate need to make something good from something terrible. James spoke about his loss, about how Michael had honored Jasmine in the most beautiful way possible. "He couldn't save my daughter, but he saved 27 other children in her name. That's love, that's friendship, that's grace." Lily spoke about being 7 years old and dying, about her mother selling everything, about the impossible miracle of waking up to find out someone had saved her. "I don't remember much from when I was 7, Lily said to the camera, "but I remember being scared. I remember my mom crying. And I remember the moment everything changed. The moment we found out someone had helped us. That moment saved both of us, my mom and me. We got a future because Mr. Jordan gave us one." Vanessa spoke about the 23-year search, about lighting candles every year, about never giving up hope of finding the angel who saved her daughter. "I needed him to know," she said, tears streaming. "I needed him to understand what his gift became, not just a healthy child, but a life, a full, beautiful, meaningful life." The filming took hours, so many stories, so many tears, so many moments of grace captured on camera. When it was done, Michael gathered everyone together. "I have an announcement. James and I are starting a new foundation, the Jasmine Mitchell Foundation. We're going to help families facing medical emergencies. Children who need surgeries, treatments, care they can't afford. We're going to cover their costs, openly, in Jasmine's name." Applause erupted. People cheered. Some cried. Vanessa and Lily have agreed to help run it. They'll help evaluate cases, reach out to families, make sure we do this right. Make sure we help people the way I was helped by learning about all of you. More applause. Vanessa felt overwhelmed. This was real. This was happening. "We launch officially next month," Michael continued. "But today I wanted you all to be the first to know, because you're the proof that this works. You're the evidence that one person's generosity can change everything." Little David, now 11, raised his hand. "Mr. Jordan, how many kids do you think you'll help?" Michael smiled. "As many as we can, David. Hundreds, maybe thousands. As long as we have resources and there are children in need, we'll help." "That's a lot of hearts with wings," David said seriously. Everyone laughed. The tension broke. Joy filled the room. They celebrated the rest of the afternoon. Cake and music and dancing. Baby Michael James took his first steps right there in the middle of the gathering. Everyone cheered. Emma and Lily talked about nursing school, making plans to study together. Christopher and Michael discussed military service, shared stories, connected. Families that had been strangers a year ago were now deeply bonded. A community born from shared miracles. As evening approached, James stood to speak. 25 years ago, I lost my daughter. It was the worst day of my life. I wanted to die too. I couldn't see how I'd survive that pain." The room grew quiet, listening. "But I did survive, barely. I went back to work, started saving other people's children since I couldn't save my own. And my best friend, he started saving children too, quietly, secretly, in Jasmine's honor." James looked at Michael. "You gave me my friend back. By doing this, by honoring her this way, you gave meaning to her death. You made it matter, thank you." The 2 men embraced. 25 years of shared grief, 25 years of different paths through the same pain, now reunited in purpose. "Jasmine would be 25 this year," James continued. "She'd probably be married, maybe have kids of her own. I think about that version of life sometimes. the one where she lived. He paused, composing himself. But I also think about this version, the one where her death led to 27 children living, where her memory inspired a foundation that will save hundreds more, where her name becomes synonymous with hope and second chances. This version is beautiful too, painful but beautiful. Everyone was crying now, even the camera crew. So here's to Jasmine, James raised a glass of champagne. To the girl who loved basketball and life and laughter. To the girl whose heart stopped beating but whose legacy beats on in all of you. To my daughter, my beautiful, unforgettable daughter. To Jasmine, everyone echoed, raising their glasses. They toasted, they cried. They celebrated a girl none of them had known but all of them owed their lives to. As the gathering wound down, families started leaving. Long hugs, promises to meet next year, plans to stay connected. Sophia handed baby Michael James to Michael Jordan. "Hold him, please, I want a photo." Michael held the baby carefully. The infant looked up at him with curious eyes, grabbed his finger. James took the photo. Michael and the baby named after him and James, the past and the future in one frame. "This is everything," Michael whispered. "This moment right here, this is why we do it." The last family left around 8 o'clock. Only Vanessa, Lily, Michael, and James remained. They sat together in the empty hall, exhausted, happy, changed. "We did it," Vanessa said. "We really did it." "No," Michael corrected. "You did it. You brought everyone together. You pushed me to go public. You made this foundation possible." "We all did it," James said. "That's the point. None of us could have done this alone, but together we created something extraordinary." Lily yawned. "Sorry, today was a lot." "It was," Michael agreed, "but the good kind of a lot." They sat quietly for a moment. Then Lily spoke. "Can I ask you something, Mr. Jordan? Something I've been wondering." "Anything." "Do you still feel guilty? About Jasmine, about not saving her?" Michael thought carefully. "Yes and no. I'll always wish I could have saved her, but I don't feel guilty anymore about her death. That wasn't my fault. What I feel now is grateful. Grateful that her life, as short as it was, led to all this good. Grateful that I knew her. Grateful that James trusted me to honor her memory." "That's healthy," James said. "That's healing." "What about you?" Michael asked James. "Do you still feel the pain?" "Every day," James said honestly. "But it's different now. It's not consuming anymore. It's just part of me, part of my story. And I've learned that pain can coexist with joy. I can miss her and still be happy. I can grieve and still celebrate life." Vanessa squeezed James's hand. "That's beautiful." "It's true, and you two helped me see that." James looked at Vanessa and Lily. "Seeing what Michael did for you, for all those families, it helped me understand that Jasmine's death wasn't meaningless. It created something. It mattered." "It mattered so much," Lily said. "I'm alive because of her, we all are." They sat in comfortable silence, 4 people bound by loss and love, by tragedy transformed into triumph. Around 9 o'clock, Michael's phone buzzed, a text from Robert Carson, his lawyer. "The video is edited, ready to release tomorrow. Are you sure you want to do this?" Michael showed the text to everyone. "This is it. Tomorrow the world knows everything. No more secrets, no more hiding. Are we ready?" "Yes," Vanessa said firmly. "Absolutely," Lily agreed. "Let's honor my daughter properly," James said. "Let's tell the world who Jasmine Mitchell was and what her legacy became." Michael typed back, "Release it, we're ready." He hit send. There was no taking it back now. The video would go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow, a documentary-style piece, 20 minutes long. Michael's story, Jasmine's story, the 27 children's stories all woven together. The media would explode. The internet would react. The world would know. "Whatever happens," Michael said, "we face it together, all of us. The families, the foundation, we're in this together." Together, they all agreed. They left the hall around 10 o'clock. Hugs goodbye, see you tomorrow, after the world changes. Vanessa and Lily rode the bus home. They were both quiet, processing, anticipating. "Mom," Lily said as they neared their stop, "are you scared about going public?" "A little, are you?" "A little, but mostly I'm excited. Think about all the families who will see that video. All the parents who are scared and hopeless right now like you were. They'll know help is possible. they'll know miracles happen. You're right, that's what matters. They got home around 11, both too wired to sleep. They sat on the couch talking. When I was 7, lying in that hospital bed, I used to imagine what my life would be like if I survived, Lily said. I imagined growing up, going to college, becoming a doctor, helping other kids. And now you're doing exactly that. Because someone gave me the chance, someone I didn't know, someone who asked for nothing in return. Lily touched her heart with wings necklace. That's the kind of person I want to be, the kind who helps without expecting anything back. You already are that person, baby. They stayed up until midnight, talking, remembering, planning the future. At exactly 9 a.m. the next morning, the video went live. Within an hour, it had 1 million views. Within 3 hours, 5 million. By noon, it was trending #1 on every social media platform. The world was watching. The world was learning about Jasmine Mitchell, about Michael Jordan's secret giving, about 27 children who lived because one man turned his grief into grace. The response was overwhelming. Messages poured in from around the world. This made me cry. This restored my faith in humanity. I'm donating to the foundation. Michael Jordan is a hero. But there were also messages from families in need, desperate parents, sick children, people begging for help, hundreds of messages, then thousands, then tens of thousands. Vanessa and Lily sat in their apartment watching it unfold on their phones. The video, the comments, the reactions. This is bigger than we thought, Lily said. Much bigger. Vanessa's phone rang. Michael, are you seeing this? His voice was overwhelmed. We're seeing it. We can't help everyone. There are too many. How do we choose? We do our best. We help who we can. We build the foundation strong so it outlasts us, so it keeps helping long after we're gone. Michael was quiet. Then, you're right. This isn't just about us anymore. This is about creating something that lasts, something that keeps Jasmine's heart beating through the children we save. Exactly. I'm scared, Vanessa. This is so big. I know I'm scared too, but we'll figure it out together. Together. They hung up. Vanessa looked at Lily. Ready for this? Really ready. Lily smiled, a brave smile, a ready smile. I've been ready my whole life. Let's save some kids. The Jasmine Mitchell Foundation launched officially on April 1st. No joke, just hope. The office was small at first, 3 rooms in downtown Chicago. Vanessa worked there part-time while keeping her nursing job. Lily volunteered between classes. Michael funded everything but stayed mostly behind the scenes. James Mitchell became the medical director. He reviewed cases, determined which children needed help most urgently, which families were most desperate. The applications flooded in. On day 1, they received 200 requests for help. By day 7, over 3,000. Children with cancer, heart condition, rare diseases, accident victims, burns, neurological disorders, every kind of medical crisis imaginable. Each application came with photos, medical records, heartbreaking stories, parents begging, children suffering. Vanessa cried reading them. Every single one broke her heart. We can't save them all, James said gently during their first board meeting. We have to accept that. I know, Vanessa whispered, but knowing it and accepting it are different things. They developed criteria. Life-threatening conditions got priority. Children under 18. Families with no other options. Cases where their help would make a definitive difference. Even with criteria, the choices were impossible. Save the 6-year-old with leukemia or the 10-year-old with kidney failure. The 8-year-old burn victim or the 12-year-old with a brain tumor. How do you choose? How do you say yes to one family and no to another? We do our best, Michael said during one particularly hard meeting. We save who we can. We trust that other organizations, other people, other miracles will help the ones we can't reach. In the first month, they helped 5 families. 5 children who would have died or suffered without intervention. 5 miracles. A 9-year-old girl in Texas, bone cancer. They covered her treatment. $200,000. A 4-year-old boy in Michigan, heart defect, surgery scheduled. $150,000. A 14-year-old girl in Florida, car accident. Months of rehabilitation needed. $300,000. A 7-year-old boy in Illinois. Rare genetic disorder, experimental treatment. $400,000. An 11-year-old girl in California, kidney transplant, all related costs, $250,000, 5 children, $1.3 million, 5 families who would never forget the foundation that saved them. But there were still thousands of applications they couldn't help. Thousands of children they had to say no to. It haunted Vanessa. She'd lie awake at night thinking about the faces in the photos. The desperate parents, the sick children. "How do you do it?" she asked James one day. "You're a surgeon, you can't save every patient. How do you live with the ones you lose?" James looked at her with tired, wise eyes. "You remember that you did everything you could, you gave your best, and you honor the ones you couldn't save by saving the next one even better, by learning, by growing, by never giving up. Does it get easier? No, but you get stronger." By month 3, they'd helped 15 families. By month 6, 32. The foundation grew, they hired staff, moved to a bigger office, developed better systems for reviewing applications and distributing funds. Donations poured in. People inspired by Michael's story gave money. $10, $100, sometimes thousands. Every donation helped. Corporate sponsors came forward. Medical equipment companies, pharmaceutical firms, all wanting to partner with the foundation that Michael Jordan built. By the end of the first year, they'd helped 63 children, spent over $12 million, changed 63 families forever. The second annual gathering in March included these new families. The room was packed now, over 100 people, original families plus new ones, all connected by the same thread of grace. Michael stood before them all. He looked different than 2 years ago, lighter somehow. The weight of secret keeping was gone. The burden of hidden grief lifted. 2 years ago, Vanessa found me. She forced me out of the shadows. She made me face what I'd created, and it changed everything. He gestured around the room. "Look at all of you. 63 families now. 63 children alive who might not have been. This is what one person's loss created. This is Jasmine's legacy." He pulled out his phone, showed a photo on the screen behind him. Jasmine in her Bulls jersey, smiling, alive, beautiful. "This is who we do it for. My friend's daughter who died too young, who never got her chance. We give her chance to other children. We make sure her heart keeps beating through all of yours." The room was silent, reverent. People stared at Jasmine's photo like she was a saint. "I want to tell you something I've never told anyone publicly," Michael continued. His voice got quieter, more vulnerable. "When Jasmine died, I blamed myself. I thought if I'd been faster, smarter, richer, more connected, I could have saved her. I carried that guilt for years." James stood up, walked to Michael's side. "But my friend here helped me see the truth. Jasmine's death wasn't my fault. It was just tragedy, random, cruel tragedy. Some children die, some live. We can't control everything." Michael's voice cracked. "What we can control is how we respond, what we build from the ashes, how we honor the ones we lost." Lily stood up, walked to the front. She took Michael's hand. "Mr. Jordan thinks he failed Jasmine, but he didn't. He honored her in the most beautiful way possible. He saved children in her name. 63 so far, but the number will keep growing. Hundreds, thousands eventually." Sophia stood, holding 2-year-old Michael James. "My son exists because of Jasmine, because her death inspired Mr. Jordan to help. Every time Michael James laughs or plays or grows, that's Jasmine's legacy too." One by one, people stood, sharing what they'd done with their second chances. Emma had graduated nursing school. "I start working at Children's Memorial next month, the same hospital where I was saved. I'm going to help kids like Jasmine, like me, like all of us." Christopher had gotten married. "My wife and I want to adopt. We want to give a child the chance someone gave me." A mother whose daughter was saved just 6 months ago stood. "My daughter wants to be a teacher. She wants to help children learn and grow. She gets to do that now because of this foundation." Story after story, life after life, all connected to one girl who died 26 years ago. James wiped his eyes. "You know what kills me? In the most beautiful way, Jasmine would have loved this. She would have loved knowing that her name meant hope. That children lived because of her. She'd be so proud." "She is proud," Vanessa said firmly. "Wherever she is, she's watching, she's smiling, she's celebrating every child we save." The gathering continued for hours. New families met old families. Stories were shared. connections made. A community built on shared miracles grew stronger. Late in the afternoon, Michael pulled Vanessa aside. "I need to tell you something. The real reason I did all this." Vanessa looked at him curiously. "You already told us, because of Jasmine." "That's part of it, but there's more. Something I haven't shared with anyone, not even James." They walked to a quiet corner, sat down away from the crowd. "When Jasmine died, I was at the hospital. I saw James fall apart, saw him collapse, saw a man who saved lives every day unable to save the one life that mattered most." Michael's hands shook slightly. "And I thought about my own kids, about how lucky I was, how random it all was. Why did my children get to be healthy while Jasmine died? Why did wealth and fame and success mean nothing in the face of a sick child?" "Michael, let me finish, please." He took a breath. "I felt survivor's guilt, parents' guilt. I had everything and James lost everything. It didn't seem fair, it didn't seem right. So you started helping other families." "Yes, but not just to honor Jasmine, to ease my own guilt, to make sense of the randomness, to feel like I deserved my good fortune by sharing it." Vanessa took his hand. "That's not selfish, that's human." "Is it? Or was I just trying to make myself feel better, using sick children to absolve my own guilt? Does the motivation matter if the result is 63 children alive?" Michael looked at her, really looked. "You don't think less of me for being selfish." "Michael, you spent over $20 million of your own money saving children. You asked for nothing in return. You stayed anonymous for years. That's not selfish. That's the opposite of selfish. But I got something from it: peace, purpose, relief from guilt." "Good, you should get something from it. Giving shouldn't destroy you. It should fulfill you, and it clearly has." Michael sat back, something relaxed in his shoulders. "I've been carrying this, worrying that if people knew my real motivation, they'd think less of the foundation, less of Jasmine's legacy." "Your motivation was complex, human, real. That makes it more powerful, not less." Vanessa squeezed his hand. "You turned your guilt and grief into grace. You transformed your pain into purpose. That's beautiful." James said something similar. He said Jasmine would want me to forgive myself, to stop carrying guilt that isn't mine to carry. He's right. But what about the family that accused me? The one whose daughter I supposedly refused to help? What about the children I can't save? Don't I owe them something? "You owe them your best effort, which you're giving. But Michael, you can't save everyone. Even God can't save everyone. People die. Children die, that's the tragic reality. But some live because of you. Focus on them." Michael was quiet for a long moment. Then he smiled, small but genuine. "You're good at this, at cutting through my nonsense." "Someone has to be." They sat together watching the gathering, watching children play, watching families laugh, watching life continue because someone chose to help. "I have one more confession," Michael said. "Oh no, what now?" "I've been thinking about the 9 families we haven't found yet. The ones I helped before Vanessa found me. The ones who don't know it was me. What about them? I want to find them, all of them. I want to bring all 27 original families together, plus the 63 new ones. 90 families total, one massive gathering." Vanessa's eyes widened. "That would be incredible, but how?" "The same way you found me. Determination, detective work, refusing to give up." "When?" "Next year, the 3rd gathering, March 15th. I want every single person I've ever helped to be there, to meet each other, to understand the full scope of what one person's loss created." "That's ambitious." "But possible." Vanessa thought about it, about the work involved, about the families still hidden, about bringing 90 miracles together in one room. "Yes, it's possible, hard but possible." "Will you help me?" "Always." They shook on it, a promise, a plan, a mission for the next year. As the gathering wound down, Michael stood to make one final announcement. "Next year we're going to do something unprecedented. We're going to find every single family I've ever helped, all 90, and we're going to bring you all together. One massive celebration. 3 years after Vanessa found me. 3 years of healing. 3 years of grace." The room erupted in applause, people cheered, children shouted. This foundation started with one man's grief, one friend's loss, one child who died too young, but it's become something so much bigger. It's become a movement, a family, a legacy that will outlive all of us. Michael looked at Jasmine's photo still on the screen. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for making your short life matter so much. Thank you for inspiring all of this. We love you. We remember you. We honor you with every child we save. Everyone stood. They applauded. Some cried. Some cheered. All of them united in gratitude for a girl they'd never met but owed everything to. As people left that night, Vanessa felt something shift. This wasn't just about Michael anymore. Wasn't just about Jasmine or Lily or any individual story. This was about collective grace, about humanity at its best, about what people could create when they chose love over fear, giving over hoarding, hope over despair. She walked home with Lily through the Chicago streets. Spring was coming. The snow was melting. Flowers would bloom soon. "Mom," Lily said quietly, "do you think we'll actually find all 90 families?" "Yes, we found Michael, didn't we? We found 18 of the original 27. We can find the rest." "And then what? After next year's gathering, what's next?" Vanessa smiled. "Then we keep going. We save more children. We build the foundation stronger. We make sure Jasmine's heart keeps beating for generations. Forever. As close to forever as humans can get." They walked in comfortable silence. Mother and daughter, saved and savior, past and future intertwined. Somewhere in heaven, if such a place existed, a little girl in a basketball jersey watched them walk, watched her legacy grow, watched love multiply, and she smiled because her life had mattered. Her death had created something beautiful. Her heart would beat forever through the children who lived because she died. Jasmine Mitchell's legacy was eternal. 3 years after that rainy Tuesday when the cream envelope arrived, Vanessa stood in the largest event hall in Chicago. It was March 15th again, the third annual gathering. But this wasn't like the others. This was everything. They'd found them, all 90 families, all 90 children Michael Jordan had helped over 27 years, the original 27 from before Vanessa found him, the 63 from the foundation's first 2 years, 90 miracles in one room, plus their families. Partners, children, grandchildren even, over 300 people total. The hall buzzed with energy, strangers who were actually connected, people who'd never met but shared the same invisible thread. Vanessa watched them mingle, introduce themselves, share their stories. "I was saved in 2003. Heart transplant, I was 5. Me in 2011, cancer, I was 12. My daughter in 2018, accident, she was 9. Every person had a story. Every story had the same ending, saved by an anonymous angel who turned out to be Michael Jordan. Lily stood beside her mother. She was 19 now, finishing her first year at Northwestern, already accepted to medical school, her future bright and certain. "Look at this, Mom, just look." Vanessa looked, 300 people alive and thriving, hundreds more impacted by their lives, ripples spreading outward infinitely. Michael arrived at 2 o'clock. He wasn't hiding anymore, wasn't wearing disguises. He walked in openly and the room erupted. Not celebrity worship, something deeper, reverence, gratitude, love. Children rushed to him. Adults lined up to shake his hand. Everyone wanted to thank him, to tell him what his gift had meant. Michael greeted each person, remembered many of their stories. "You're the girl from Ohio, Sophia, right? How's baby Michael James?" "He's 3 now, running everywhere, driving me crazy." Sophia laughed, wiping tears. "And you're Christopher, the Army medic. Are you still serving?" "Just finished my deployment, starting medical school in the fall." Person after person, story after story. Michael absorbed it all. James Mitchell arrived with his wife, Sarah. They'd remarried 2 years ago, found each other again after grief had pushed them apart. "Ready for this?" James asked Michael. "I don't think anyone could be ready for this." At 3 o'clock, Vanessa called everyone to attention. The crowd settled, found seats, grew quiet. 3 years ago, I received a letter. It said to meet someone at Grant Park. That letter changed everything. People listened intently. I'd spent 23 years searching for the person who saved my daughter. 23 years of questions, of wondering, of desperate gratitude with nowhere to put it. Vanessa's voice grew stronger. And when I finally met Michael Jordan, when he finally revealed himself, I thought that was the end. I thought finding him was the goal. She paused, looked around the room. But it was just the beginning. Finding him led to finding all of you, and together we've created something extraordinary. Michael stood, walked to the front. He held a microphone but seemed uncertain what to say. I don't have a speech prepared. I don't have wise words. All I have is gratitude for all of you, for showing me what grace looks like when it multiplies. He pulled up a slide on the screen, a family tree. At the top, one name, Jasmine Mitchell, below her 27 branches, the original children Michael saved. Below those 63 more branches, the foundation children, and spreading outward from each branch more names, spouses, children, lives created because someone else lived. The tree was enormous, spreading across the entire screen, hundreds of names. This is what one life created, Michael said quietly. One 8-year-old girl who died in 1999. Her death led to 90 children living. Those 90 children went on to marry, have kids, touch other lives. The ripple is infinite. He pointed to one branch. Sophia had baby Michael James. He exists because I saved Sophia, because Jasmine died. One life leads to another leads to another. Another branch. Christopher became a medic. He saved 17 soldiers in combat. Those soldiers have families, children, all because Christopher lived, because I helped him, because Jasmine inspired me. More branches. Emma is a nurse now. She'll help thousands of patients over her career. Rachel is a pediatric nurse, treating sick children. David wants to be a doctor. Lily is going to medical school. The tree kept expanding, growing, reaching. This is grace, Michael said, his voice thick. This is what happens when one person chooses to help, when grief becomes giving, when pain transforms into purpose. James stood, walked to Michael's side. He looked at Jasmine's name at the top of the tree. My daughter lived 8 years, just 8. It felt so short, so unfair, so meaningless. He touched the screen where her name glowed. But look what those 8 years created. Look at this tree. All these people exist because she existed, because her life mattered enough to inspire all this good. Sarah, James's wife, stood too. I lost my daughter. I lost my husband for years because grief destroyed our marriage, but we found our way back. And now we see that Jasmine's life meant something. She didn't die for nothing. James put his arm around Sarah. We're starting a scholarship, the Jasmine Mitchell Medical Scholarship, for students who want to become doctors or nurses, people like Emma and Lily and David. We're going to help them through school so they can help more children. Applause filled the room. People stood, cheered, cried. Michael wiped his eyes. You don't have to do that. Yes, we do, James said firmly. This is our way of honoring her, of making sure her name keeps living, that her heart keeps beating. Lily stood. She walked to the front. She spoke into the microphone. I'm 19 years old. In medical school terms, I'm just beginning, but in miracle terms, I'm ancient. I was saved 17 years ago. I've lived 17 years that I shouldn't have had. She touched her necklace, the heart with wings. I wear this every day to remember, to stay grateful, to never forget that my life is a gift. She looked around the room. We're all gifts, every person in this room. We're all borrowed time, all bonus years, all second chances. Her voice grew passionate. So what are we doing with them? Are we wasting them, or are we multiplying them? Are we passing on the grace we received? People nodded, murmured agreement. I'm going to be a pediatric surgeon. I'm going to save children like I was saved. That's my way of passing it on, but everyone has their own way. Sophia stood. I'm teaching, shaping young minds, that's my way. Christopher stood. I'm saving soldiers, that's mine. Emma stood. I'm nursing, caring for the sick. One by one, people stood, shared their purpose, their way of paying forward the grace they'd received. I'm mentoring troubled teens. I'm donating to children's charities. I'm volunteering at hospitals. I'm fostering children who need homes. I'm coaching youth basketball in Jasmine's honor. The room filled with voices, with purpose, with commitment to making their second chances matter. Michael listened to it all, overwhelmed, humbled, healed. "This is more than I ever imagined," he whispered to Vanessa. "This is what you created. Own it. Celebrate it." Sharing went on for an hour. Then came the meal. Tables loaded with food, people eating together, families mixing, connections forming. A mother whose son was saved in 2004 sat with a father whose daughter was saved in 2019. 15 years apart, but the same story, the same gratitude. Children played together. Kids who wouldn't exist if their parents hadn't been saved. Second-generation miracles running around, laughing, living. Baby Michael James toddled over to Michael Jordan. The 3-year-old looked up at the tall man he was named after. "Up," the toddler demanded. Michael picked him up, held him. This child who existed because he'd saved Sophia 18 years ago. "You're a miracle, you know that?" Michael whispered to the boy. The toddler didn't understand, just giggled, grabbed Michael's nose. Everyone laughed, cameras clicked. The moment captured forever. As evening approached, James stood one final time. "Before we end tonight, I want to do something. Something I should have done years ago." He pulled out a small box, opened it. Inside was a medal, gold, beautiful, engraved. This was Jasmine's. She won it in a basketball competition when she was 7. She was so proud of it, wore it everywhere. James's hands shook. "I want to give it to the foundation, to display in your office, to remind everyone who works there why we do this, who we do it for." He handed the box to Michael. Michael opened it, stared at the medal, a little girl's treasure. "James, I can't take this, it's too precious." "That's exactly why you should have it. It's the most precious thing I have left of her, and I wanted to inspire more miracles, more lives, more grace." Michael accepted the medal, held it carefully. "We'll put it in a place of honor. Everyone who works for the foundation will see it, will remember her." "Thank you." The two friends embraced. 27 years of shared pain, 27 years of different journeys, now united in purpose and peace. Vanessa watched them, these two men who'd lost and found and created and healed, who turned tragedy into triumph. She thought about that rainy Tuesday 3 years ago, about the cream envelope, about the impossible courage it took to meet a stranger in a park. She'd been looking for closure, for answers, for a chance to say thank you. She'd found so much more. A family. A community, a legacy, a purpose. The gathering ended around 9 o'clock. People didn't want to leave. They lingered, hugged, exchanged contact information, made plans to meet again. Same time next year. Absolutely, March 15th, always. The gathering of hearts. Jasmine's family reunion. Slowly the hall emptied. Families headed back to hotels, back to airports, back to their lives enriched by connection. Finally, only a small group remained. Vanessa, Lily, Michael, James, Sarah, Sophia with baby Michael James, Emma, Christopher, and a few others. They sat together in the empty hall, exhausted, happy, complete. "We did it," Vanessa said. 90 families all together. "And next year we'll have more," Michael said. "The foundation keeps growing. More children saved, more miracles created." "How many do you think will help eventually?" Lily asked. Michael thought about it. "Thousands, maybe tens of thousands over the years. As long as the foundation exists, as long as children need help, we'll keep going." "Forever," Emma said softly. "As close to forever as we can get," Michael agreed. They sat in comfortable silence. These people who'd started as strangers, who become family through shared grace. "I have something to say," Lily announced. "Something I've been thinking about." Everyone looked at her. "When I have children someday, I'm going to name my daughter Jasmine, to honor the girl who gave me life, to make sure her name continues, to keep her memory alive." Sophia gasped. "I was thinking the same thing, my next baby if it's a girl, Jasmine." Emma nodded. "Me too, when I'm ready for kids if I have a daughter, Jasmine." More voices joined, more commitments, more promises to carry the name forward. James covered his face, his shoulders shook. Sarah held him. "She's not gone," Sarah whispered. "She's everywhere in all of this, in all of them." "I know," James managed. "I finally know." Michael stood, walked to the window, looked out at Chicago, his city, the place where so much had happened, where Jasmine lived, where she died, where her legacy grew. Vanessa joined him, stood beside him quietly. "Any regrets?" she asked. "About what?" "Going public, starting the foundation, all of this." Michael thought carefully. "No, no regrets. This is what Jasmine would have wanted. This is what she deserves, her name, her story, her impact. All of it matters. It matters so much. Thank you, Vanessa, for that first letter, for not giving up, for finding me, for pushing me out of the shadows, for all of it. Thank you for saying yes, for meeting me in that park, for trusting me, for letting me help. They stood together watching the city lights. Two people who changed each other's lives, who'd created something beautiful from pain. Behind them, the small group talked and laughed, shared memories, made plans, built bonds. This was family, not by blood, by choice, by grace, by the invisible threads that connect people who have suffered and survived and chosen to help others do the same. The Jasmine Mitchell Foundation would continue, would grow, would save hundreds, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of children over the decades. Each child saved would create ripples, would touch other lives, would multiply grace exponentially. And at the center of it all, one 8-year-old girl, one life that ended too soon, one heart that stopped beating but somehow kept beating through everyone she inspired. Jasmine Mitchell died on November 12, 1999, but her legacy would be eternal. So where are you watching this from? Drop your city and country in the comments below. We'd love to know how far this story of kindness has reached. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Every subscription helps us share more stories of hope and kindness with the world. Because stories like this remind us that good people still exist. And don't go anywhere yet. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now for another incredible story that will restore your faith in humanity. See you in the next one.